if anyone comes back. Hello, sorry about that. Fucking my computer's a piece of shit. Woo. Computer is a turd. It's something's really wrong with it, and I cannot figure it out. Oh no. I mean I was streaming before, but yeah, something's really wrong with my computer. So there's always a chance that it's gonna fail. You can or you can't. Yeah, it is my cat in the background. Oh. I don't even. Oh, Common. What the fuck? Common Riders. This is the 2001: A Space Odyssey from round 9000. Hey, Tay Tay. She's a crazy one. Yeah, my Oi 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 oi. Sorry, Tay Tay gets priority. Yeah, but my computer's a piece of shit. It just kind of cooked on me slightly. Boondock Saints? I don't know about that one. Could get me into a little bit of trouble. But yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of good ideas floating around. What up legend you tried, Ark? Man, I swear, like, am I old? I'm fucking cooked, aren't I? I'm washed. I have no idea what people are saying half the time. I'm fucking washed. I'm death, man. Everyone thinks that death I was trying to like create a story about death, but death is just me. Trying to computer code right now? Oh god, yeah. Yeah, I don't miss that time of my life. Now I make bullshit YouTube videos. And I get to sit here and make my Nomsy's become. No, it's because my hair's my hair's in my eyes slightly. Oh, cheers, mate. Whereabouts in New Zealand? What? I didn't call Boondocks bullshit. I wasn't referring to Boondocks as being bullshit. Hello, how's it going? Holy shit, everyone's fucking here, aren't they? Oh, I wasn't expecting this. We were quiet for ages. Oh my god. There's a lot happening right now. Sorry, I need to process this fucking trauma. Whereabouts at the South Island? Oh please, I don't want to pronounce your name. I can't. I don't want to do an injustice. I don't want to I don't want to like no, because I don't know where you're from. You could be from anywhere. You know, everywhere has a different way of doing a J. I just feel like that's a trap. Everyone does it in Injustice. Yeah, it depends where you're from. If you want to make the stream just the cat, that's good. Yeah, I would rather do that right now. There's a lot going on. Yeah, South Island. Whereabouts is South Island? I lived in Queenstown for ages. Like, actually ages, by the way. 1-1. You don't need to tip, by the way. Don't need to tip. Yeah, I don't know what Kamen Rider is. Let me have a look at what that is first before I make any decision. Oh my god. Oh, is that what Moomin Rider is based off of? Oh, that makes a lot of sense actually. Favorite movie series? I don't have one. Ugh. Oh my god, it's hot today. Wow. Oh yeah, man, I lived in hostels. I wasn't rich. I lived in hostels because that's what you do when you're a backpacker. I'll look into it, but it looks like it's Asian, so I don't want to cannibalize from Mugiwara no Goofy. Like, I feel that'd be stepping on his toes a little bit too much. Oh, how was the Final Destination 2 video? Jesus Christ. Why are you getting hit by a 140-kilometer-hour cricket ball? Huh? Wait, am I not seeing... Hello, Liam. Oh my god, Liam. How you doing, mate? Oh my god, okay, wait. There's so many people chatting. We were just quiet for ages. No, I'm not Australian. I'm from England, but I lived in Australia for a little while. The fetal pose, yeah, I thought that was a nice little touch. My PC should be good. I've had my PC just about a year now, and it might be the biggest waste of money I've ever had in my life. That's true. It is live action. I'll have a look. I'll see what it is. See how I feel about it. I'm a little bit more selective about a lot of things. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably it. Like after like a few hours of just like sitting here and everyone like kind of leaving. But like I was just like expecting to go back to like a couple people just chilling, right? And then finish doing my thing. But now it seems like everyone's here ready for a chat. Hello, Brit. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm from Essex, believe it or not. When I tell people that, they have no idea what the fuck that means. When I show people my accent as well, like the accent that I have, you know, like the Essex accent, they just like, what? I'm glad that everyone enjoyed the Final Destination video. I thought it was great. Not to toot my own horn or anything. I actually had a lot of fun making that one, and I'm a little bit encouraged to continue and go for another one as well. Yeah, I'm good, Liam. I'm shocked at how Britannia. No, I'm not that kind of British, brother. If I was that kind of British, I probably would have never have left. Sheriff Nottingham. Yeah, I didn't like the emo fringe, unfortunately. Yeah, do you know Burnham on Crouch? I'm from there. What is Dino Trucks? Wow. Honestly, I get so many comments. They're like, "Do you know this?" And it's just like the most word-souped thing I've ever seen in my life. I You've got so many good movies in the last couple of months. I can't think of a good one to do a video on. I ended up doing K-pop Demon Hunters because, like, of all the movies that I've been watching recently, it was like the only one that was I thought was actually fun. Well, I say GIF, and I no, because for me, just GIF. I would also say gigabyte, not gigabyte. So, you know, I haven't done Terminator from Arnold's perspective, unfortunately. Someone also recommended Skynet to me today, so I thought about that one. Where am I? There we go. Oh wait, this wait. There we go. That's the one. That's all that matters, right? Try and put on Discord. Put on Gingerbread versus Evil Bong. Terrible movie. Ooh. I do some TV series. You know, I've done Avatar. I've done a couple. I just not. I also did Steven Universe as well. It's just this is not Zephyr though. Um, so yeah, I've done a few TV series. The problem with TV series is they are a lot of work, and I have to like think about them like a few months in advance. You just subscribe, so you don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just I've got like I've got almost like maybe it's like 60 video catalog at this point. So there's a few TV series sprinkled in. It's just not common because I'm inherently lazy. No, I normally stream when my girlfriend's not here because I don't like to. Uh, it's a very small apartment. Labyrinth from Jared's perspective, that could be fun. There's a lot that could be fun, you know. There's a lot that I want to do as well. So yeah, I think I really want to do movies more than TV shows because like TV shows again, it's just so. Oh, it's complicated, isn't it? TV shows are just Ursula. I have contemplated Ursula so many times. Jurassic Park, I have thought about it, but the problem is the last Jurassic Park video did so bad. I don't get me wrong. Sorry, I realize that I think my mic is having a bad time here. Sorry, you're gonna have a look at my eye quickly. The Jurassic Park video is still to this day my favorite script I've ever done ever. Long. Yeah, they're long. Like TV series are long. They take ages. So for instance, I really want to do Wilson Fisk. Why am I Unk status? Because man, I'm getting old, and I'm fucking washed. I'm an old man. No, I just did it because it's funny. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. Never-ending story. How could I do a story that never ends? Doesn't make sense. She's so nervous all the time. I mean, actually, I think Spider-Man from J. Jonah Jameson's perspective actually might be such a good idea. AI? There's nothing AI about my cat, brother. She's the best. GLaDOS from Portal. I mean, I have thought about games, but again, I think the problem that I have with games is finding the footage and actually playing the game. I'm trying to have like a full like gaming detox at the moment. 25? No, man, I'm not fucking 25. I'm not even close to 25. Holy shit, you're fucking kidding me. But thank you. I'm not. I've done it, Mummy from the Imhotep. That one exists. So if you want to go and look that one up, go for it. I think it's a good one. You want to know how old I am? Take a guess. Like, I want to see what you guys think. Take a guess. How old am I? $23. All right, interesting. Ladies Lava, 31. Okay. 34. Okay. You are redacted years old. Adeline knows. 46. Okay. All right. Let's calm down a little bit on that one. All right. Let's calm that one down. Okay. No, not 46. Thank you. 29. No. I mean, at this point, we're almost going through all the fucking numbers, aren't we? If you must know, I am 32. And I'll be 33 in about 2 months. Quantum State of Time, yeah, man. When I was fucking 18, I looked about 15. It was tough. Yeah, it's good genetics, though, for sure. But I am getting a grey beard now. No, I mainly put that picture there because my fucking editor sent it to me and I want to stick it to him because No, I'm 32, brother. January 3rd, 1993. Age reveal. January 3rd. 25. What? You're a little bit. You're a little bit. I get late on that one, brother. Yeah, most people do. I carry myself in a very youthful way, and that's what's important, right? I'm an old soul in a fucking young body. No, don't. Oh, yeah, my cat is very cute. She is the cutest little girl. She is the cutest. I have to admit. No, no, definitely not wise. Absolutely, definitely not wise. I am through and through an idiot. Quintessential stupidity over here, by the way. Aww. He's he's moved. Sorry. There we go. Uh, you can have the other one. Greybeard. I have a grey beard now. No, that's why I'm putting this picture, because I have a grey beard. Yeah. So that's Tay. She's the loud one. She's super loud. All day, every day, she cries. Oh, Art Freak, I think you're about like 2 minutes behind, by the way, brother. What's the next movie I'll do next? It's going to be K-pop Demon Hunters, because I just finished that movie the other day, and I wanted to do that film. I didn't really know what to do, and I really enjoyed it, so I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to do K-pop Demon Hunter. Next one after that will either be Pirates of the Caribbean or something Christmassy. So, like, just starting on December, there will be Christmas themed videos and also Star Wars. So, Star Wars, I think, is going to be the 18th of December, by the way. Yes, I'm thinking that far in advance, but. What is a movie that I hate? Ooh. Ooh. There's a lot of like fucking ass sniffing movies that I really dislike. There's a lot of movies that are just like they're smelling their own farts. I don't like them. Oh, my girlfriend just sent me a picture of her cats. Oh. So there's actually quite a few movies that at least it's basically the same. I can't. I'd have to show you like my WhatsApp, and I might be a public figure to some extent, but I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to give you guys that level of access, you know. Um, so my least favorite movie. Oh, hmm. I don't really have least favorites. I say just pictures. Oh, so my girlfriend's mum has cats as well, right? So my girlfriend's at her mum's house right now. So what ended up happening is her cat, well, her old cat. He's called Yehi. Um, he got diagnosed with cancer, so they had to go and take him to the vet today. But the vet said it's okay. It doesn't look like it's actually cancer. So so there's a lot. So everyone's very happy right now. Dog supremacy. I like dogs too. Like dogs are fine. I mean, I like dogs. No, it's an everything channel. We don't discriminate based on animals. Definitely not animals or any other things. Yeah, Siamese are very loud. I like it. Yeah, but that's that's because people have cats, I guess. Yeah, but everyone has a massive bias when they're mildly inconvenienced. Yeah, exactly. Why limit yourself when you can have all of them? The only problem is my girlfriend really wants a dog, and I'm too nervous about getting a dog with these cats because um, the one that you just saw, the black one that's loafing, she's got like anxiety problems, like really bad anxiety problems. So we got another one which is called Zephyr. She's new. We got her a few months ago, and the black cat Lages, she did not take kindly to it at all, and she ended up she's been over grooming, so now she's a bit bald. She ended up yeah she's basically licked off all of the hair on her legs and her arms and her body and like in her stomach. It's quite sad actually. So why would you? Ooh, tough. Ooh, hey Lages, welcome back. Oh, jump scare. Good night, Alan. But you know, I had dogs growing up, and now I have cats. Yeah, she's a nervous cat. She lived on the streets. She lived on the streets for years. Before before she was found and put in a shelter. See what I mean? Like I just moved that and she freaked out. She does not like being on people either. But she's a very nervous cat. She's very sweet. Oh, I'm not really showing that properly. She's older than you. Jesus, that's crazy. Yeah, cats are tough as old boots, aren't they? Lages, she lived on the streets in some was it Sao Paulo? Um, I mean, Lay just loves to be stroked. She loves being stroked more than anything else in this fucking world, right? Um, but she doesn't. She doesn't like to sit on anyone. She she she's just yeah. But she will occasionally. If I'm sitting in bed, occasionally she'll come over and she'll sit on me. But it's not that often. In fact, it's always like a relatively big deal if she does come and sit on anyone, um, because it's just so uncommon. But she's such a sweetheart, so I love her. Obviously, if I had any superpower, would it be? Hmm. That's so cute. Oh, poor Jelly. No, cats are way more lap designated. If I had a superpower, what would it be? I mean, for pure utility, it would be gravity, right? Like being able to manipulate gravity. If you can do that, you can literally fucking do anything. Or like, oh, yeah, yeah, gravity. Or yeah, no, yeah. Because that way you can fly, you can make things heavy, you can make things light. Yeah, but like if you can manipulate gravity, you can fly anyway because you can just float along on a breeze because you can make yourself light and then just whip out an umbrella and you just float. I mean, you're not going to fly very fast, but you're going to fly. But then you also come with the ability to actually like do other stuff. Less control, sure. A loophole guy? What do you mean? No, not a loophole. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'd love to be Mary Poppins. Are you kidding me? Just walk, like, come in with my umbrella, just start cleaning the place. Hell yeah. Push pull covers a lot, pretty much, yeah. But like gravity covers a lot. If you can manipulate enough gravity, you can do so much more with it. You know, if you can squish the space between the atoms, you can get shit like exotic matter. Which sounds awesome. Let's fucking do that. Almost Magneto. Yeah, but you got more freedom than Magneto. Magneto's just magnets. And it's also slightly different to telekinesis as well. Nanny McPhee. Mary Poppins. What is the best color? Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I like green. I like red. I like blue. I like purple. I like yellow. Oh, fuck it up. It's not just magnets. Yeah, no, but you know what I mean is just like magnetism. But then technically, if you think about it, if you can control magnetism, then you have also control of electromagnetism. So that means you can control all wavelengths of light. Hello, Ozzy. How's it going, mate? Well, Oz. There's another Oz. Oh my God! There's so many Oz's. But yeah, if you could control like the electromagnetism spectrum, like you can almost do anything. Wait, yeah, fucking Magneto really limits his powers, right? If he's what? Yeah, it's fine. They fight. Yeah, but I mean, if he can control the the electromagnetic spectrum, he can control all wavelengths of light. Like, well, I'm just watching them. BB Nos. I don't know who that is. Is that someone interesting or Superman is more than superpowers? Baby, I'm so baby no money. Oh, okay. I have no idea. I don't know these people. My music taste is almost exclusively either drum and bass or folk. There's no in between. Probably Jurassic Park. The problem is with Jurassic Park is it just doesn't do that well. So, yeah. He was kill someone by pull the iron from their blood, so he's not got any power. Yeah, like he doesn't have creativity, does he? He's boring. I just he just focuses on like the physical magnets. Does your cat do loaf? Yeah, she loafs occasionally, but it's good. Like when it's encouraging because um, these cats sometimes they don't get on that well. So it's nice to see them play fighting like non-seriously because it's very rare this happen. I did Eggman. I did the Sonic movies from Eggman's perspective. Yeah, I lack of creativity is every week superhero's real weakness. Well, yeah, because I mean, like realistically, as long as your power isn't some bullshit like flight, you can always lawyer it, can't you? You can always lawyer the situation. Do your cat snore? No, no, my girlfriend does though. I did not say that. I did not say that. Okay, I didn't say that. All right, Ozzy, catch you in a minute. But Tay Tay has a tendency at 2 o'clock in the morning to run around crying, and then she has a habit of picking up clothes and going brr, 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 for a full 30 minutes. You want to know what really reminds me of Marvel more than just Magneto's stupidity? Punisher bias. He's just a soldier. Yeah, yeah. But I think that's why people like the Punisher because he's so stupid. Did you buy concrete blocks for your car? Are you talking about these? No. It's for these. I'll go back, mate. No, I wouldn't do anything animated related because of Mugiwara no Goofy. I wouldn't want to cannibalize his content in any way whatsoever. You did the parents. I think you had a car. Yeah, I can't even drive though. No, I can't drive. I've never driven a car. I've never even been in the front seat of a car either. I have no idea. Yeah, I do a lot of shit, man. I mean, probably not so much anymore. It's been a long time, but you know, I could ski, I could surf, I could snowboard, I could skate, rollerblade. It's not very. So yeah, that's like that's like my. What do you mean? How do I manage that? You just fucking learn it. Oh, you mean not driving? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, no, because I lived in England for such a long time, and then I didn't have parents that wanted to pay to let me learn to drive. So yeah, I didn't do particularly well in that aspect. So and then between going to university and everything, I never had any money. And then after I finished university, I had a year trying to find a job, never found one, and I went traveling. Um, Mickey Mouse, Three Musketeers from Pete's perspective, that could be fun. Oh, my favorite subjects? Ooh, maybe. I don't know. I was not academically gifted, and I was never very good in academia at all. It was just not suited to me. Bit of video. Hacksaw Ridge, I couldn't watch it even if I wanted to, just purely because of the scenes where they're like dying and and it's medical related. I would literally throw up. I struggle with Final Destination, just so you're aware. Like when I did the second Final Destination movie, like that is because I was doing it for everyone else. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have done it. But everyone was like, "We need number two. We need number two. We need number two." But I can't. I live in Brazil, so it's at 9. Oh, hello, Isa. How's it going? Wow, isn't that funny? Um, should I ask for roller skates or rollerblades? Whatever you want to do, man. Just look into it and like research into what you actually want to get out of it, and then figure it out from there. I want to do like park stuff, and I want to be able to go around the street. Yeah, I'm sure you were sure that I was here. I thought you were going to bed. You said you were going to bed. But anyway, I was actually explaining a little while ago the good news about Pierre and saying that we got some good news today. Do you know? Do you happen to know Deltarune? I do not. I have no idea. How do I? Oh yeah, I didn't see that. How do you write an essay for your videos? I just sit down and write something, and then I just see where it takes me. Hereditary from grandma's, but I have no idea what that means. All of my family was telling me to do my driving test as an automatic because I would find it easier. So I did it in a fuck yeah, Leon, that's amazing. But how you doing, Izza? How's your mum's? Is she alright? How's Louise? But yeah, you know, I've got the girls on here. Well, Ages was the star of the show for a little while as well. Oh, in case you guys didn't know, Izza is my girlfriend, and she's come to spy on me. Oh, thanks, Izza. Peppa Pig from George's perspective? I don't know, man. Peppa Pig was unearthing some memories I'd rather forget. Alright, good night, mate. Have a good one. Yeah, always study. The Witch's perspective? Maybe. It's been a long time since I even thought about the Wizard of Oz, but maybe one day. Wait, yeah, thank you. I forgot Wicked exists. It's not as if we don't have a Wicked t-shirt in the thingy. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that sound really good in theory, but then when you actually like go and look at it, it's just not that interesting. Or there's just not enough like appeal. I need to be considerate of. Hey, cheers, man. Thank you, Izza. Yeah, I bought this one just for you. Thank you, buff man. That's cool. Hopefully the next ones will be even better. Do a midsummer essay perspective from the villagers. Oh, that could be interesting actually. The other thing I need to think about is like thumbnailing it as well. So yeah, Izza was asking about this shirt today. Okay, take it easy. Good night, Izza. Love you. I don't know if scary movie could work. No, if I was to do scary movie, it wouldn't be I wouldn't do the movie from the perspective of a character because technically it's a parody, and like my movies fall under a loose category of parody already. So parodying parody is just like a level of arbitrary I don't want to deal with. This perspective, I don't know how you would do that with the time travel because I already did that with Groundhog Day and it was just really boring. What is a movie that you find so bad is good? I don't know. Every time someone asks me these questions, I completely draw a blank. It's morning, why good night? What time is it now? I live in Brazil, man, so it's 8 p.m. 9 p.m. 9:20. Camera I actually use an iPhone. Hey, thanks, Jack. I'm glad to hear that you enjoy the videos. Unfortunately, I'm less interesting in person. Tropodiliate? Oh no. Oh shit. Man, I don't want to touch that. That is a situation I don't want to touch. Because, you know, living in Brazil, oof. I don't want to step on any toes like that. What is Gurren Lagann? I have no idea, man, sorry. You're thinking so hard? Oh, thank you. I mean, I always thought my voice was really annoying, but it's nice to know that people find it okay to listen to. Oh, okay. That's nice. Yeah. Home from school? Wait, but like my content is geared towards like okay. Astro Boy 2009 couldn't work because the villain is there half the time. Yeah, it's the same as Back to the Future, like because like the way that the time loop happens, you know, it's not like Biff has an awareness of the situation. Like it just happens without him knowing, and then all of a sudden he just wakes up one day and it is what it is. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, you know, I had to, obviously, like I had to learn over the last like year. If you go back and watch my earlier videos, you can see a very clear distinction between how I talk then and how I talk now. Yeah, yeah. If I did Rocky Horror Picture Show, does that mean I'd have to dress up in like a Rocky Horror outfit to do that? What are you guys doing? Wait, Phileas. I don't think anyone would want to see me in a Rocky Horror outfit. That'd be horrible. Ugh. No. Okay. Arcane videos do really bad. Really, really bad. Hey man, how's it going? Why not, right? I mean, it's not weird. It's atypical though. I mean, you know, it's like the typical demographic is 18 to about 30. That's like the main bell curve of my and it's normally men. It's slightly different now. It depends what content I do. So the problem with my content is it doesn't have too much people that always come back because everyone, like, you know, people don't really want to see all like the some movies or whatever, right? So it changes a lot based on what I cover and what I do. So I have to almost do like my content in batches, so that way I can capitalize on the demographic of the moment. Like, because my videos create a flavor of the month with some cases, and so I have to make sure that the next subsequent videos have a draw to the other one before I start a new flavor of the month kind of thing. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Otherwise, I end up with like a lot of like dead viewers. So yeah, and then so like my regular viewer rate is actually doubled now, but for a long time it was really bleak. It was really bad. That's crazy. I mean, you know, fair enough. If you enjoy my videos, that more power to you. I'm glad that it can reach the reach a demographic like that. That's crazy. I'm happy to hear that. That's cool. Did you find anything on Netflix? I mean, oh god, I can't look at Netflix. I just get lost. Like I spend half of my time looking at the catalog, and then I just give up. The most expensive thing about a Rocky costume would be the amount of oil you would need. Oh my Jesus Christ! Ooh. It depends. No, like okay, so I don't have like a favorite or a not favorite. I don't. I can find enjoyment in almost anything, right? I mean, there are some things that I find more tedious than others, but there's a lot that I like. There's a lot of things that I just enjoy, like, and I can always find something that I enjoy in the project that I'm doing. If I didn't, I probably wouldn't do the project. So it's like it's hard for me to ever sit there and say like I have a favorite because I don't work in that way. Like I have like moments where I like certain things a lot more than others, and I have moments where I dislike certain things a lot more than others. Like my tastes change based on how I feel at the time. So yeah, it's hard for me to sit there and say I have a favorite. I would say that overall, my favorite movie of all time is really cringe in a weird way because it's like it's a very bizarre film to have as your favorite movie. I have three cats. But my favorite movie of all time, unironically and objectively, and it's hilarious to say this, is Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. It has Steve Carell and Keira Knightley, and I just fucking love that movie. I think it is such a good movie. It's so stupid, it's so fun, and it has like the perfect ending. If buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. I agree. I absolutely agree. Because it's like if you cannot have the the ability to buy something, like then you know you're breaking. It's not because it's not stealing; it's breaking a license agreement, and that's slightly different to stealing, isn't it? So technically, in the eyes of the law, it is not stealing. If you wouldn't download a car, I probably would have given half the chance. Speaking of Kung Fu Panda, just saying 3 is the best. Yeah, we don't talk about 4. 4 is definitely not the one. What is my 10 out of 10 war movie? I would say that my 10 out of 10 war movie is not a movie, it's a TV series, and it's The Pacific. The Pacific is unironically the greatest piece of fucking war cinema ever made. Bar none. Man, that show is good. I want to go watch that. Oh my god, I want to watch that right now. It's so good though, like holy shit. Oh. I know, I actually wouldn't steal a car, to be honest with you. I'm just not that way inclined. I'm for one, I wouldn't even know what to do if I did try and steal it. Epic Mickey? Yeah, fair enough. My original plan for today was to play I said District 33. Expedition 33. I forgot the name again. Really? What about Tropic Thunder? Yeah, exactly. I can't drive, so I wouldn't steal a house. Guys, I'm sorry. Steven Seagal just subscribed to my YouTube channel. I have no idea how to process that information. I have no idea. I don't know the inner workings of the black market of car dealerships. Roblox? Oh no, brother. If we're gonna go for variety, I'm gonna have to say Warcraft 3. I mean, I think Jack Black is worse than how he used to be. I think nowadays he's a bit like The Rock. He's just like he's another variation of corporate mush. He's become a bit of a nothing burger. In the sense that his presence is so manufactured, it's not even like anything anymore. You don't what the hell? That's crazy. When I go to your visit, yeah, fair enough. I mean, if you're just watching my videos just for the sake of watching, that's fine. Nightmare Before Christmas video game for PS2, Loki slaps? Probably. Did you ever play Lord of the Rings: Return of the King on PlayStation 2? Oh my god, that was one of the best games of all time, no? I can get my laptop and basically make a game from scratch with Roblox. I'ma be for real, like anything I want. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just Warcraft 3, isn't it? You could do the same thing with Warcraft 3. You can even build your models as well. And Warcraft 3 also comes with a banger campaign with Arthas and Illidan. If we're considering a game to play, I don't think I'm playing any games. It's like 9:30. Play the Lego game for Lord of the Rings? Yeah. Lego games are always bangers as well. No, yeah, it's too late for me to play any games today. What creators do I watch? It depends on the day. Uh, I mean, and also it depends on my mood, right? So, I typically gravitate to anything that has like education, I guess. Like, so I like to watch. Yeah, when I go, okay, for instance, when I go to bed, I need to listen to something to sleep, right? So I almost always, as I'm going to bed, I'll be watching something to do with either Brian Cox or, I mean, like, so like it'll be like Brian Cox, Fall of Civilization. Oh man, who's the other ones? Oh, history of mankind, history of the universe. All of these things, I watch them to go to bed. And then during the day, it'll be like, um, it depends, because am I watching content to learn, or am I watching content to like am I watching content to learn about making content? Am I watching content to enjoy content, or am I just watching bullshit because I'm passing time? It's like those are the things that I'm wrestling with. And so normally, if I'm watching content that is interesting to me, it will normally have like an educational bent to it, or at least like philosophical in nature. So I've been watching a lot of Pursuit of Wonder recently because it's interesting to think about that kind of stuff. So, are you gonna play the next Lego Batman when it comes out? Probably not. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm trying to detox from the games before the next set of TFT comes out. Once that comes out, ooh, I don't know what's gonna happen at that point. But you know, I love TFT so much, so. Isaac Arthur, his name rings a bell. It's not just about space, though. No, I don't know this one. Yes, I have watched Lost. Ooh, oh, thinking about the Fermi paradox. Oh, I love thinking about the Fermi paradox. Actually, I was thinking about this. I don't know if I'm wrong here, right? Maybe, maybe I could do this. And you guys can. Right. Well, I can't see anything on the thing. I don't even have the webcam on this, do I? Right. I was thinking about the Fermi paradox today, right? Why have I even got Photoshop out? Right. Yeah. Okay. Fuck it. We don't need the Photoshop. Right. I was thinking about the Fermi paradox today. I thought it was interesting, and it's something that I've never seen anyone talk about, or at least like a thing that I thought like that. Yeah, I've never seen anyone talk about this. Right. So when we think about like the time that we have in the universe, right? We you know the age of the universe is like 14 fucking billion years, right? It's like 14 billion years. But we sit there and we're like, wow, that's a long fucking time, right? That's a long fucking time. We say that's huge. But then, if we actually think about the entire fucking lifespan of the universe, and like when the last black hole dies, like the last black hole evaporates, we're talking like 10 to the power of like 40 fucking years, right? Like 10 to the like so seven like fucking 14 billion years or whatever, like however much is the age of the universe, is like less than like 0.000000000000001% of the total lifespan of the universe. So, and we're like, oh, so why are we not seeing any aliens? It's because we were at the beginning. We were like right at the beginning of the universe. Anyway, yeah, good night, mate. Anyway, that's just something I thought about. Yeah, it's literally like by definition young. So that's probably why, because there's just not enough time. Interstellar. Yeah, and also the universe is continuously expanding as well. It's so curious, but like even like no, you're talking about no what? It's got to be Interstellar, no? Event Horizon. Yeah. I don't think I've seen Event Horizon, to be honest with you. But yeah, the oh, I was just thinking about that today. Run out of things to say. No, we don't run out of things to say. We take a little breather. I need a little breather because like I've been now talking for the better part of like 5 hours. So yeah, I'm a little bit jazzed right now. So just little bit to calm down, but we can always find more things to talk about. Yeah, are you sure you're not thinking about Interstellar though? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Interstellar because it is that's like when they go to the black hole, they talk about the time dilation. They go to the place with the water and the big wave, and then they come back and the guy's an old man again because they were gone for like 50 years or something, which is crazy. Ugh, that's a horrible thought. Imagine being stuck in a computer like in a spaceship for 50 years. Oh no. Oh. Like I actually get like if I think about um going to Mars or something. Like when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh my god, that'd be such a cool idea." But then as I get older, I actually imagine what it would be like to be a in a thing with like in like a closed container without fresh air. Oh, it gives me anxiety. Like it actually freaks me out. I don't even need fresh air. Like I fucking rarely leave the house, but the thought of not being able to leave my house is scary. So the problem is we don't know if the universe will relapse. We don't know if it's going to be like a an expansion contraction. From my understanding, it's like it's a potential, but the problem is like the idea of dark energy and dark matter. Until we know what that is, we don't know what the mechanisms of how the universe will interact is. The spaceships have a maximum time before they are a can of farts. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, you're right. Like, but oh yeah, that's another thing. Like, you know, if you go on like real deep sea, like deep space exploration, you are going to drink your own piss. Like, you're going to recycle your water over and over and over and over again. Eventually, you are going to have drunk your piss about maybe 500 times. You were starting to sound like Interstellar for a second. Yeah. So I just it's a scary thought, isn't it? Just imagine that. Finally left the solar system. Time to drink my own piss. It's basically it. But if you imagine, man, I don't know. Like, it's just my understanding of what my limited understanding of the things that I learn about. That's basically the assumption that I think is, yeah. That's basically what I understand. But it could be wrong. I could not be wrong. I have no idea. I'm not an astrophysicist. That is my best speculation. So, yeah. But I do think until we learn what dark matter and dark energy is, we don't understand how the universe will interact with itself. Because that's the mechanism of which the universe is speeding up its expansion. So, I did have the idea, right? This is this is like such a stoner idea, right? And I was like, okay, so we're in a black hole, but yeah, no, I was actually about to make that point, but yeah, you're right. Um, but actually, you know, there's the idea that we live in a black hole, and I was like, well, that's pretty cool. So what happens if like dark energy is just the fact that we're in a black hole and it's the centrifugal force of the black hole spinning, and that's why we're expanding because everything is being pulled to the side of the black hole. Uh, oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, when we think about water is it has been through a living being at some point or another. But I don't know about seeing the deep sea. I think that would be scary, to be honest with you. I'm very happy with my little space rock. I am. I'm very happy with my rock. Well, our rock, technically, right? I'm very happy with our rock. I like our rock. I think it's beautiful. I don't want another one. I want to be here. I don't know, man. I mean, I understand the need to I understand the need to move humanity to another rock. But it's like, I don't know. We're shooting ourselves in the foot for fucking no reason, really, aren't we? And so we talk about going to Mars, so to terraform Mars. Like, why? We can't even terraform Earth. I don't know. I think it's because it's not really about actually having a planet. It's about being in control of the situation. But yeah, our rock is the best rock. I would happily live on planet Earth until the day that I died. And then when I die, I want to be a tree. I want people to plant me as a tree. Yeah, but the problem with that is not it's not it's not that's there's a problem with water. It's it The problem is the fact that there is no atmosphere and there's no core providing the electromagnetic fucking shield around the planet. Why would you want to go to Mars when you can live on this marvelous rock? That is true. It is 100% true. We have like this beautiful fucking thing that we are evolved perfectly to be inside of, and we making it a bad place to live for some reason. I don't know. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of a black sea of infinity. It's basically true. That I like that. That's nice. It doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't make a difference, right? Because you need to have a sustained core. Like, if you just put more energy in, you're not gonna change this. I'm pretty sure he said he was gonna nuke the poles, but the point is the same. It's like the mechanisms for us to live. Like, okay, if we look at fucking Greenland, living in Greenland is hard. It's difficult. It has been difficult. You were reliant on they were reliant on Denmark and other countries to provide them all manner of resources for almost their entire entire existence. Yeah, maybe the like yeah, maybe the indigenous was slightly different, but even so, they live like very difficult. They live with incredible difficulties. So if Greenland is so difficult, Mars is like that on just another level entirely. I don't think everyone died. One of the colonies died, but there were always parts of Greenland that survived. But like, yeah, they had like a colony that was, I think it was on like the northwest, and they just got completely annihilated. Yeah. Yeah, because they didn't want them to go to Iceland. Because Iceland's actually legit. But these days, actually, Greenland's quite useful. So, yeah. The problem is there is a direct incentive for a lot of these countries to not want to fix the climate change problem. There is a real deep incentive. The Alaskan bullworm, where they just take their problems and push it somewhere. Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, just kick the can down the road. That's basically the MO of so many people. So, you know, if the polar ice caps melt, then all of a sudden Russia becomes a fucking superpower because it has access. It will have access to like year-round water. Iceland looks lovely. They're all massive for some reason. I don't actually. It's alright. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Atlantis, the Lost Empire, said the journal could be found in Iceland. Which journal? I have no idea what that means. Oof, that's a lot of talking today. The equatorial region, yeah, that's a big concern, honestly. It's a really big concern. I'm legitimately scared. Like, and we don't know what kind of a like an effect that's gonna have, but we'll see. No, I'm not there. I literally live on the Tropic of Capricorn, so not quite equatorial. I live about the same like distance in like Florida, pretty much. Have you seen the work they're doing to regreen the Sahel? Yeah, I have. I want to get involved in that kind of stuff, to be honest. Um, yeah. I mean, the planet will fix itself. It's just a matter of how much time it will take for it to fix itself. Oh, Florida. Yeah, okay, Florida. Interesting. I've been to Florida a bunch of times, to be honest with you, brother. Like, it's not the flex I think it is, but yeah, I've been there a few times. I went to like Keys, and then obviously I went to Disney World when I was a kid. But yeah, for some reason we went to the Keys. I was shocked when I went to the Keys, to be honest. I had no idea. Where are you from? Albuquerque? Alright, man, enjoy your food, man. I think I'm hitting my limit, my throat's starting to hurt. Also, not a brag. That's not a brag. Florida was one of the best holidays I've been on. It gets a bad rap, but the people there from lovely, if a bit quirky. I think if I comment on that, we'll go down some political avenues that I don't really want to go down right now. Yeah, George Carlin was pretty interesting. He had some pretty spicy takes, actually. Yeah. Your idea, fair enough. I mean, it's an alright place to go. I wouldn't want to live there, though. It's it's a lot of build like it's a lot of McMansions, isn't it? It's a lot of McMansions. I don't know. I'm very happy. Earth from polluting humanity's perspective is wild. I'm a Floridian, and it's lovely where I am. Yeah, I mean, Florida itself is lovely. I just uh I think it's more that there's a lot of like real hardcore MAGA people there, and I don't like that movement that much, to be honest with you. I think Donald Trump's a bit of a suspicious character that I don't like. So yeah. A friend is from Florida. Apparently, you're right about the inequality. Yeah. I mean, fucking inequalities everywhere at this point, isn't it? Yeah, there's no escaping it. Depending on your area, yeah, a lot of beach anarchy. What do you mean by beach anarchy? What the fuck? Like people just don't care and they just like do whatever on the beach? Is that nudist beaches? Like what? So many questions, to be honest with you. Hmm. I mean, okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's so many beautiful places in the US, and yeah, I really want to go to Yellowstone though. I got what you said. I really want to go to Yellowstone. Like, I really want to go there. I really want to go more into the center as well, because I've been, I've been around the coast, right? Tay, what are you doing? Like I've been to like Miami, Florida, Maryland, DC, and then I've been to like California, LA. I went to Minneapolis for some fucking reason. But yeah, I've never really been into like the interior. I did the Amtrak from. I did the Amtrak from. Yeah, no, she's scratching the wood. Day, come on. Yeah, I did the Amtrak from LA to Chicago, which is cool. What country in Europe would I like to visit? I mean, I've been to a bunch of European countries. My favorite is probably Greece. I love Greece. Greece is sick. Absolutely stunning country. I wouldn't go to Santorini though, because it's a bit touristy these days. Hey, what are you doing? I Greece is beautiful. Yeah, I've never been to Ireland. I'd like to go there as well. Um, yeah, I went to Rhodes, Kos, Halkidiki. Don't bother with the UK. The people here are assholes. It depends. Depends where you go. Yeah, it really depends where you go. The Scottish people are really cool. Scottish people are genuinely like really nice. Welsh people are really nice too. Irish people are cool too. And the problem is like the closer you get to London, the less the less friendly people get. But yeah, I also wouldn't go to like rural areas either, like because a lot of people in the rural areas are really like they're not very fond of outsiders so much. Like my hometown, if anyone came in from out of town, people just like, what is this person? You know? So it's a bit maybe I'm a little bit biased because I came from that kind of place, but yeah, that's my experience. I would like to go to Liverpool. A lot of my friends are living up there now. I've got so many friends in like Liverpool, Manchester. No, the problem is that I'm not in bed. Yeah, that is true. If you go to anywhere like Norwich, Ipswich, like yeah, Norwich, Suffolk. Oh my God, Dorset. Ah, yeah. Oh, Liverpool's got a hard accent as well, but it's not as. Actually, I'd say Liverpudlian is better than Brummy. Geordie is maybe the easiest though. When I was at the fish stand on the boardwalk, the proprietor was genuinely surprised that American came all the way to try jelly deal. I would love to visit the tribes. I mean, like, I think I get a little bit scared about that kind of stuff. Because like I have like a real deep interest and love for like spiritual communities. So and that's mostly because like in England you don't really have spiritual communities anymore. Like the Celtic does not exist in England. So I would love to go anywhere that would let me meet people that like still practice like spirituality, because it's so, that's why I live in Brazil. So I live in Brazil and occasionally I'll go and do ayahuasca because it's important to me. Not because I want to impede on their culture, but it's a way that I can feel close to my heritage with the Celtic, if that makes sense. Because there's not much Celtic stuff, but I know that they used to do things like psychedelics, right? So it's a way of me trying to like kind of feel my way into my own spirituality in a certain way. Um, so yeah, but yeah, we have some. Yeah, exactly. We have some, but they're super rare. What's the hardest accent that you're aware of? There's already too many difficult American accents. I'd like to see a ceremonial ground. I would really like to see that. Can't share the drugs though. That's fine. Don't need to see the drugs. It's not like I've taken San Pedro, which is basically like South American peyote, right? Um, so I don't need to see. I don't think I need to see peyote. Uh, Maybe I do. I would like to see peyote. Where are your ancestors from? Did I just say some mystery meat, Donna? Wish me luck. Oh God, good luck, brother. You live in Basque Country in Spain, and as a kid I used to hate it for some reason. Oh, that's sad, man. You should like try to find ways to love the place that you're from. Yeah, I would. It is complex. Like you gotta do. It's not about fun. It's gotta be done with respect and intent. Otherwise, you're just gonna hurt yourself. Like it's an experience, sure, but to go in with the idea it's gonna be fun, you are going to get taken the fuck out. Like straight up, you are going to hurt. Oh, okay. Oh man, that would be. Yeah, if you got tricked into this again, it's the same thing, right? It's about intent. If you're not intending for the situation, then you're gonna get taken the fuck out. Yeah, you did just join in at the wrong time. Navajo, chill Native American group have poor views on nature and gender. I think that's cool, man. Like generally speaking, like Native Americans have pretty um chill views on. Well, I mean, it depends, right? If you're gonna go to war, you're gonna go to war. But like, um, I think the thing about them is that they understand the importance of a relationship. You know, like the relationship with the land, the relationship with people, the relationship with community, relationship with culture. If you lose the idea of relationship, and I mean that in all things, you lose that element of what makes you actually human. It's like you need to find that way of building a relationship with things, and that includes yourself. So yeah, any culture which like understands that principle is probably going to be pretty chill because they understand that concept, right? So exactly, and relationship and respect comes hand in hand, doesn't it? No, it's like a relationship is a mutual exchange of things. You respect the earth, but the earth gives back. You have a relationship with it. I think that's important. It's something that we lack, especially in Western society. Our relationship with things is we need to extract, not, and then, or produce. It's all about production, extraction, things that are inherently, yeah, take it easy, man. They are inherently moving away from things rather than pulling it together. It's like, I want that and guard it. Oh no, you don't want to do that. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't want to. I don't want to touch that. That topic is outside my realm of expertise. That sounds, but that doesn't sound good to me. You know, can you eat a data center? Not really. I'd rather have food. That's just me, I guess. Yeah, I think the point is, yeah, farmland is worth more than a data center. Yeah, because it actually provides a benefit to society and the overall community, doesn't it? Um, but I do believe that technology and the old ways can be mixed together, and so like I very much, I wouldn't say like I subscribe to, but I like the idea of things like solar punk. I think there should be no. I think there should be a concerted effort to try and bridge that gap because I think if you don't have the if you don't have the technology, you're missing a certain element, right? You're hamstringing yourself for no reason. But also, if you don't have the spirituality to be able to use the technology in a way that's actually useful, like if you don't have like spirituality is about wisdom, right? Technology is about wisdom, about knowledge. If you don't meet the two, too much wisdom without knowledge, you're going to starve. Too much knowledge without wisdom, you're going to end up overproducing. It's like, yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. We are in. I'm using to help teach our language. Yeah, exactly. Technology can help bring back old languages that have been lost to time. I think that's amazing. Our council turned half the local fertile land into middle class housing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not great. That doesn't sound Amazing. And yeah, this the other thing about it is there's a lot of extreme opinions these days. Everyone's kind of like like vying for what they can take, what they can get. It's sad. The idea of the community is gone. There's no such thing as a shared conscious experience anymore. That's the world that we live in. So all you can do is try and find little pockets of like, oases, where you can hang out and vibe and hopefully just like ride out and like cling on to the old ways. Because I think that's what's going to happen. If we get to a point where technology really takes over, you're going to need people to just cling on to the old ways and just like try and keep that going for as long as possible. And I think people will. I think it'll be hard because people always want to go back to where they belong. They want to know where they're from. They have that built-in desire. So. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly. It is, but this is the thing. It's not even before. Even when we if you go back like 100 years, it was like money to do something. There was still like a vague intent. Okay, I need money so I can do this. I need money so I can do that. But now we have reached a point where we are pursuing money just put for the sake of pursuing money. So that's when it becomes a problem. Money is a tool, and it's a very useful tool. But if you start treating it as like an ends or a means, that's when it becomes a problem. That's when we start losing sight of like where we are. I just don't imagine deifying digits in a bank account. Doesn't make sense to me. People have been here for so long they don't. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I already answered that one. Sorry, my brain is like a bit gassed. I do believe like certain rich people from the past actually wanted to build a better society, but now we're breeding like a generation of people that don't want to build a better society. They want to build a society where they have power and control. I mean, that was always the case for a long time, right? But I think it's like being dialed up to 11 nowadays. Everyone just wants control or a slice of the pie or a way to carve out their safety net. It's kind of sad, really, when you think about it, but yeah. Hopefully, just by speaking about this, I might impact one person to not deify digits in a bank account. Hey, Lages. Yeah. Oh, man. I think a lot of people are pushing back, though. As we've become more connected, we've gotten better at caring for others, I think. It depends. There's a lot of people that will care about others because it's a way of, like, establishing social status. If like the prime example of that is Mr. Beast, right? He basically built his empire on caring for others, but realistically, it's just a means of like generating engagement and interest under the guise of doing good things. I'm not sitting there saying like it's a bad thing what he did necessarily, but we it is still it is still what it is. You call a spade a spade. I don't. It's not like I'm trying to sit there and say what he did was wrong. Just saying that what he did wasn't right either. Yeah, but how do you know? I mean, you know what? Actually, the Prince of Egypt had a fucking banger of a song, right? And every now and again, I'll go back and listen to it. Heaven's Eyes, Prince of Egypt. I'm not fucking Christian, by the way, but I like that song because it's like, how do you measure a worth of a man? Is it like, but what he builds or buys? Less ambitious? No, they're ambitious for the wrong things. well, not the wrong things, but they're, hmm. I hate saying wrong or right because it's like I don't necessarily believe in these kind of constructs, right? But I do also believe in them at the same time. It's very confusing. But it's like ambition is great, but it should be ambition with a purpose. Um, the problem with the young generation that we have now is not a lack of ambition. There's always been an inherent lack of ambition. Even my generation, they were like, "Oh my God, no one's ambitious anymore." Well, there's still some people, but it's like we need to remember, like the people that really get to the top are like the top 0.01% of humanity. You know, and you don't really see about the other ambitious people because they're all just like doing stuff like being lawyers and doctors and shit. Yeah, less opportunities. Yeah, and that's the other thing is that we less opportunities, less incentive. You know, if you're a kid now and you're basically being told, "Hey, you're never gonna own a house," yeah, you're gonna not want to do stuff. It's like, why would I? Why am I going to toil my life away if I'm not even going to, like, you know, have something for it? A lot of people say people just don't want to work. I disagree. People just don't want to pay for the work. Well, the thing is, as well, is we need to remember the idea of a minimum wage and what wage is set and how and what purchasing power you have is a way of producing more output for the employer, right? So when they say we don't want you to be able to survive on 40 hours, right? By paying you, not enough money to survive on 40 hours, what they're saying is they want you to work 60 hours or 70 hours. They want you to work 2 or 3 jobs. They don't want you to be able to survive on 40 hours. They want you to work 2 or 3 jobs. They want to extract as much production out of you as humanly possible. And they'll do that under the guise of a wage. They will own nothing and be happy. No, oh, okay. So the problem is this is being that quote is being misattributed. The original person that said that was actually talking about how AI will create like almost like a communist society where personal property would go out the window. But then it's been like slowly twisted over time, which is fair enough. Yeah, of course. Like, if you think about how much you can do as an individual, if you have more people around you to help you, you can do more. But now we have moved away from collaboration and we're moving into just competition. And like, don't get me wrong, I like competition. Like, I love competition. I think competition's sick, but not like not for the sake of competition, not to try and like push other people down. You know what I mean? I do think there's a fair argument for competition, but there's also just as much of an argument for collaboration as well. I think ambition in that context is slightly I think I'm having not necessarily like a weird time reconciling it, but it's just that for me, ambition normally means about like career or well, money, status, power. Whereas, like, when I think about like doing something beneficial for society, I don't think of that as an ambition. I think that as like a well, the ambition. I don't know. For me, it just is. Yeah, I think 25 is a weird age to be right now. I don't want others to lose so I can win at life. That's for sure. I mean, yeah, I think that's a I think I think most people's ambition is to raise their kids and retire peacefully. Everyone wants to just have a good life. It's not a bad thing. That is an ambition. I like capitalism. I like certain elements to it. I just don't think that it should be completely deregulated. And I also don't think small government is necessarily the play either. I'm not gonna say that like big government's good, but you know, I think if you go into small government, that means that everything is going to be like locally sorted out. So you're going to have to create like almost like consortiums or like little groups of people to start organizing what happens in small areas. But the problem is especially if you like go into like hyper capitalism, the people that then control these kind of infrastructures, especially like things like railways, electricity, gas, water, these things are inherently very difficult to like actually have competition in. Like, except for if, you have like fucking 50 water pipes going into each individual houses, right? And so that will create cartels. And then the people that are in power are the people that were successful or first into the gate. They're not the people that are elected to do what people want. It's just about who was there, either there first or who has the most money. So for me, it's like when you go into that level of capitalism, it doesn't make sense because you end up just having a situation where the people that have accumulated the wealth control the power. Wait, I'm just going to go back and look at it because I was talking up. For me, ambition is both my career and helping people around you as well as contributing to society. Yeah, a lot of people don't have that. Didn't expect this to get all philosophical. Sorry about that. Expectations are always shattered here. Your expectation should be should have no expectations. Issues we have corporations, but also unfortunately without them, we would not have developed as much as we have. That is true. I mean, I'm not sitting there arguing against capitalism. What I'm saying is that unfettered capitalism without regulation is just an inherently flawed concept. And it creates difficulties because it allows cartels to be created, or we end up in a situation which we're heading into right now, which is essentially techno-feudalism. Hello. Welcome. We're talking about techno-feudalism right now, so feel free to jump in. Someone has to pay for everything to happen as well. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, would you rather the consolidation of power be in people that you elect to wield the power and you hopefully have good faith in what they're doing, or do you want the people to be in power, the people that either exploited their way to power or had the money or were the first ones to get there? Just because there's a lot of arguments for competition, but it's just like in certain instances it's not always the best course of action, especially in like regards to like heavy infrastructure like trains and agriculture, trains and water and Wi-Fi and shit. Yeah, my cats are awesome. They're having fun. Oh, yeah. The only way I was able to buy a home was because I was lucky enough to get a major. Oh my god, oh no. That's a horrible thought, isn't it? Unregulated capitalism is where my local government has to pay private organizations over 200k per head to help rehabilitate teenagers who got pulled into gang life. Yep, but they'll still blame the fucking the person that went into the gang. 100% they'll still blame that person. They won't blame the peer pressure, they won't blame the manipulation, they won't blame people being forced into things. They're going to blame the person that did it. A pessimist summary can be that communism is a lie, that everyone is equal, and capitalism is a lie, that everyone has an opportunity. I believe everyone is equal, but the idea of communism is about like the state owning oh my lord, brother. That's okay. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Well, at least you have a home, I guess. That's something. We take the rough with the smooth. Take the rough with the smooth. That's all we can do. Yeah, it's very hard for people to buy homes or even pay rent these days. I don't think that we, it's not like as if we can have capitalism and people can't be equal. It's not as if it's like mutually exclusive, you know? Like, you can just agree that people are humans, therefore we are equal and therefore worth something, or equally worthless if you want to go that direction. And still have capitalism. Like, I believe that everyone is equal. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be rewarded for the effort or time that you put into something. But that doesn't mean that if someone wants to sit on their ass and play computer games all day, that I am worth any more or less than they are. Like, I don't see that. They are still a human. They are still a living organism. Therefore, their life is equally worthless as mine. And just the same as, like, thinking of getting out. Britain is Orwellian. No, I wouldn't know. I haven't been in. Wait a minute. I just read that. Legit cost an arm. Man, I'm so proud of you for having a sense of humor about it, to be honest with you, Bo. Wait, no. That wasn't you that said that. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I misread. Okay, I'm tired. I thought he said that. Oh, no. I thought It's My Baby said that. Oh, fuck. I feel so bad now. Ah, shit. Okay. I think that's enough stream for one day. Yeah, don't worry, Mitsumi. You'll get used to it. But don't worry, they won't teach you how to do taxes. I don't know about the situation in the States, but my country, you can't own a good house without 200k euros or $500 a month for rent. 500 euros a month for rent's not that bad, though, is it? What? Is 500 euros a month for rent a lot? Oh, I thought that's a reasonable price. My friend was paying like a fucking £1,000 for a little dinky flat in the middle of nowhere. An optimistic summary that communism is a truth that everyone is equal, and capitalism, everyone has an opportunity. I mean, it's just the fact that the way it's executed that's the problem. And I'm not going to sit there and say that we should go into communism. I think that communism has a lot more faults to it than capitalism does. But there has to be an element of social security and social welfare. I just think that's just a much more balanced approach. No, if we're in Germany, it's very cheap, but in Lithuania, it's not cheap. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, like, if where I live, you can get like a reasonably nice house for. Hear me? Oh, like the minimum wage in Brazil is like $250 a month. That's actually crazy. I think a lot of people would argue with. You can't hear me? What? I've got my thing is What is going on? Okay. Oh, maybe my cable's got a little bit loose. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Interesting. All right. Yeah. No, I think a lot of people would disagree that socialism is capitalism with a safety net because they don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. I agree, though. I think socialism should be interpreted as capitalism with a safety net. I think that's how we should pitch it. But a lot of people won't go for it, especially like the really hardcore people on the left as well. Yeah, it is complicated because it's like, you know, everyone wants their side to be right. So, you know, they'll be like, why won't you go even further left then? Why have we got to like have? Why can't we just have it all of socialism? Like everything owned by the like have the all means of production and government owned by the people. But yeah, it's pretty quick, pretty difficult. I do want to write a story eventually. That's another ambition. But I would not care to be famous for it. I mean, you can write stories, man. No one's stopping you. I've written 2 books that will never see the light of day. To be honest with you. Oh, I've got like fucking... Man, I've got like 200,000 words sitting on my computer. Of course they do, because they're fucking indoctrinated into thinking that taking care of people is a bad thing. And that everyone should just pull themselves up by their little bootstraps. Well, we all know that doesn't fucking work in a situation when you're playing from behind. You know, social mobility only works if people have the ability to move. Oh, is it gone again? Is it because I'm too far from the microphone? Oh, maybe it's me is a little bit behind. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say that socialism is the devil's work at all. I think it's the opposite of the devil's work. It's taking care of your community. It's about acknowledging the fact that you set the people, everyone collectively sets aside a small amount of money to make sure the country runs efficiently or runs at all. But it's the opposite of the devil. The devil would want everyone to be like fighting over scraps. So, and that's what we're doing right now. Like, fuck me. Whatever we're doing right now ain't working, so let's try something else. Like anything else. Am I wrong for thinking that? Anyway. Oh, can you guys hear me, by the way? Like, I'm freaking out because no one's messaged. I can't see any chat messages, or if there is even a chat message. If there's a sound, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, no, just... Yeah, I'm very confused. Not every Thursday. But basically... I will occasionally. No, it's 10:30. Socialism from capitalism's perspective is crazy. Well, yeah, of course, capitalism does not want socialism because it is inherently destructive to their power. You know, it's about giving up control. So, but the thing is the problem with the socialism is that over time you'll slowly be eroded to the point that then you have to have another revolution. Because, you know, socialism is like kind of naive, I guess you could say, naive. In the sense that it will let people go into power, these people will change it from the inside to suit their needs, and then the cycle starts again. Like if we look at the boomers as well, like the boomers, they had like an amazing, almost like borderline socialist state in the 50s, you know, minus the, you know, the fucking racial bits. I understand that's a bit of a, that was a problem. But what I'm saying is like they were like voting for all of these social fucking programs. And then, as soon as they got older, they started voting for more neoliberal. because it was a way of them to consolidate more money. Yeah. I mean, if you the only way to get if you can do all of those things, if you have the abstract concepts of book writing, then the technical mechanics of writing a book should be pretty easy, because the characters is the problem. They, you know, if you can write characters, if you know how to make a character interesting and you know how to make a world interesting, then just fucking write a book. Because these days there's so many technical writers, people don't give a shit. To be honest with you, people don't want to see fantastic flowery prose. They want to just see a good story with a fucking an interesting concept. My channel exists in that fact. This channel exists in that exact fact. Like, if we go back 1 year, look at the quality of the videos compared to what I'm doing now. It still worked because the idea was good. Like, the idea was interesting and people enjoyed the idea. The technical ability was lacking, but people still liked it. And that's the point. It's like, sometimes it's not about how good you can do a thing, it's just having a good enough idea that people can enjoy. And then just doing it anyway in spite of your inability. But hell yeah, flags ban. No, I don't. Palatine? Don't worry. Do you mean Palpatine? Palpatine's coming. Yeah, I mean, the idea. I mean, I would say that my skill set and my strength is, um, hmm, I want to say empathy, to a weird extent. Like, I can very easily understand how other people think and feel, very quickly as well. Yeah, you don't do it in school. You do it after school. You do it when you're at university, when you're fucking getting pissed up all the time. Yeah, we're back. I don't know how long for, though. I keep thinking I'm going to go to bed soon, but then I just don't. So, yeah. But, you know, obviously when you're going through school, there's a lot of stuff going on as well. Yeah, but... Yeah, okay. I'm not trying to humanize people, by the way. Like, yeah, if I could help people understand how better to write villains, that's a good thing. I'm not trying to humanize my villains. I think it's more about just trying to give people an exercise to think about other things in a different perspective. I'm trying to help people see there are other ways of looking at the world in a funny way. Basically, the humor is the vehicle. Trying to yeah, but I don't sit there and try and justify his actions, right? Like, I'm not sitting there just like, it's okay what you're doing. Like, it's all done through the lens of humor. Because humor makes the medicine go down. Oh, sorry, that was fucking hell. I don't know. Oh, maybe I'm just talking up my ass. Who fucking knows anymore? I'm on hour number 5. I'm still going. So originally this was going to be a gaming stream, but it's just turned into 5 hours of fucking philosophy and economics. Yeah, man, I miss set 7. When they did set 7.5 for the revival, oh my god, I was so disappointed. You have no idea. I just wanted to play normal Nomsy, man. I wanted to play trainer Nomsy. Like, what the fuck is this shit? I wanted to feed it snacks. I wanted to watch it grow. I wanted to grow my Nomsy and make it into a big boy. One more time. That's what I wanted. But instead, they brought back 7.5. Fucking depressing. So, yeah. Gotta make your Nomsy grow. Right, my editor messaged me. I've only just seen it. Ooh, you want to talk about that? We could talk about that if you want to. I don't believe that Jesus died for my sins. I believe that Jesus died so he could show me what it takes to get to heaven. Which I think makes more sense. Also, I get the joke. Is funny trying to feel others' perspective. Yeah, of course they can. But I let the people. Nomsy, my son just won his hockey game. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's actually amazing. I don't know anything about hockey. Did he do goal or did he punch people? Oh, please tell me he punched people. Oh, that'd be so funny. Please tell me the gloves came off and it was like a full like fight on the side of the court with them just going to town, please. That's all I know about hockey. League of Legends from Nomby's perspective? Oh man, nah. Nah, nah. He was support mostly, almost. This kid kept pushing him. Next time, yeah, next time the glove should come off. I mean, that's legal and that's expected in hockey, right? Am I crazy for thinking that? Oh, yeah, the Frollo one was so good, actually. He hung around next to the goalie. Oh, okay. Do I like messed up story with dark themes? Oh, it depends, man. Yeah, it depends. It depends on the darkness. It depends on the theme. It depends on how it's conveyed as well. So yeah, it depends. It's not. I wouldn't say that I'm against that. I don't particularly like horror movies, to be honest with you. Doing the Final Destination movies is a difficult. It's very difficult. I will never do anime. I'm sorry. Hey man, welcome to the stream. We're all here. We're all talking about random bullshit. Apparently, adult hockey, yeah, kid hockey. They just want it less. No, they want it more. They're kids. Just wait until they're like 13, 14, then they'll start going at it. No, because the content is inspired by Mugiwara no Goofy, and like, I don't want to cannibalize his audience at all. I'm not stepping on his toes ever. I don't like. I respect the guy too much. I want people to go to him. So I'll never go that direction. I'm sorry. It's just not what I'm about. I don't. Yeah. I had the entirety of hello mate, thank you. The entirety of December is planned for Christmas videos. Mugiwara no Goofy. He does Naruto, One Piece, and the occasional other thing as well. Yeah, that makes sense. I like his videos. I think he's genuinely well. His comedy style is a bit different. It's basically like a very similar thing, but we're very similar, but his comedy style is different. I think he's funnier, to be honest. I think he's actually much more hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna do Home Alone too, because I did Home Alone last year. The other ones are Star Wars, and then Die Hard, because it's a Christmas movie. And then what's the other one? I can't remember. Wow, 2 years catching up. I've got to catch on with One Piece again. Oh no. I mean, I don't know. Can't wait for Elvis' perspective in the factory. Are you talking about the Pooh factory? Or are you talking about food? Because if I remember correctly, he had a penchant for food, right? There's a book called Black Farm. Too much for me to explain here, but Google ChatGPT a summary if you're interested. Made by Elias with about world after suicide. The moral was always there. I mean, you want to know what the book that I wrote is about? Like the book that I wrote is fucking dark, man. Well, which Home Alone is better, one or two? I don't know. Could be either one. Maybe one. One is a classic. Well, but two is so much more wholesome, isn't it? Oh, elves. Oh my god. That's so fucking funny. Sorry, I saw Elvis as El. Oh, okay, I saw Elvis as Elvis. Okay, that okay. Sorry, my. Yeah. So I've written two books technically. I wouldn't say they're particularly good though, because I ended up rushing the end for both of them. But one is it's very hard for me to open up about this because it's dark, right? But one is basically about a guy that kills himself, and then it's like following his life up to the moment what led him to kill himself. Um, and then the other book is about humanity at the end of the world, end of the universe, actually, like the heat death of the universe, with the last black hole about to like, evaporate, and like the resource wars, and everything that that will go on at that point in time. Does he die at the end? Yeah, I think so. Probably. I think I don't. I think I don't actually show. I think I don't actually like. I think I leave it on the cliffhanger. Like the literally like the end of the book is like what happens now. Well, where can you find the books? You can't. And they're on my computer. Unless you can hack my computer, you can't find them. Well, yeah, the one about the heat death of the universe, I thought it's a cool concept, honestly. Um, I mean, I would like to take it and do it again, expand it a little bit if I had like motivation or effort. But it's basically I used uh like Aztec religion as inspiration, and so basically the characters are based off of like Aztec and like Aztec gods. It's about like the recycling of the universe, and it's basically the main character has to go through, accept their place as the destroyer of the universe, and then they recreate it again. So it's like the kind of like yeah, like it's almost like a reincarnation thing. But it's like it's where then I use the Aztec myth because they believe that the world is like destroyed, have been destroyed 4 times, and then like Quetzalcoatl was going to be the one that destroys it the next time. And each one of them, each one of the gods has like kind of destroyed the universe at some point or another. But yeah, so it's like following Quetzalcoatl, but obviously I'm not going to call it Quetzalcoatl. But it's I just call it the Morning Star. That's like the name of the main character. I have not read Septimus Heap, unfortunately. Most of the books I read as a kid were like um, historical fiction like things, like Bernard Cornwell stuff. My favorite story I came up with when I was walking on the street with my friend and I saw an ugly building. Yeah, the Spanish really, well, it wasn't really the Spanish, it was that one priest, wasn't it? And that one priest did the number. Yeah, these days are, I don't know. I don't really read that much. I've been trying to read one book, but where is it gone? Oh my god, it's not here. Huh? Where the fuck did it go? Oh, that's a problem. No, that shows I haven't fucking read the book at all. It's always the priest. Well, yeah, luckily he was so thorough that he kept a record of almost everything. Uh, it is what it is. Your life in a nutshell. Yeah, man. Fucking, I've got ADHD as well, so fucking everything goes all over the place all the time, all day, every day. Keeping organized is like basically futile. Well, it's futile. Yeah, I don't know if I want to read something graphic though. Like I'm not particularly good with the whole blood thing. I'm gonna be real with you, brother. I'm not good with blood at all. He's Effie. Actually, yeah, like I'm awful with blood. Final Destination is difficult for me. I'm not gonna lie. I struggle. Where did it go? Anyway, yeah, probably not a good idea for me to read it. So anyway, the book I'm trying to read, very amazing job at not doing it. It is called is about fucking a guy that did like 30 rounds of LSD. Now, you mean Tay? Yeah, she's chilled now. You wait until I go to fucking bed. She won't be so chill then. And we're not talking about like a few doses. It's like he went like heroic dose the entire time, right? I know I was like largely doing it to. I've taken LSD like yeah, but he's taken like heroic doses, like a whole other kettle of fish. Like I've taken LSD maybe like 30 times, maybe. Wait, let me think. No, it's 25 times. So around 25 times. Yeah, about that. Yeah. So yeah, my brain's a little bit cooked, but I've always been like rather psychedelically inclined, you know. Being Spike in MLP must be insane. Imagine being a baby dragon and watching your caretaker take down multiple cosmic. True. Yes, LSD is illegal. You think I don't break laws, brother? What the fuck? Like, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, unless it's like something you know, I wouldn't sit there and say you should go do this at all. It's a deeply personal decision. If you want to do it, I would suggest that like, if it's something that you want to do and you want to experience, it's something that I would recommend. But if it's something you have no interest in, then I wouldn't. It's a personal decision. It's like psychedelics are a means of yeah, but it depends on the law. You know, psychedelics have existed in cultures for basically the entirety of human civilization. Not even before civilization, if you really think about it. Actually, like if you go back far enough, every culture has had some psychedelic element to it. It's like witch doctors, soothsayer, shaman, like it just druid. It has existed in our culture for centuries, millennia, whatever. So it's like it's a part of us in some weird way. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of animals do it. The only reason it's an unjust law is because they made it illegal. It's not sea urchins, it's pufferfish. They like to pass around the pufferfish. Oh, that's cool. I'd like to see that. The only drug I've done is hit a vape once. I hazed it. I don't think I would try a I don't think I would try a psychedelic. Well, I mean, shrooms is still a psychedelic, brother. You know, like it's still a psychedelic. I mean, it's almost impossible to quantify, isn't it? But there is an element to it. There is there is an argument to be made that you know you know because it does change you. It does. It really does change you. I am a different person to who I was when I was 18. Like a radically different person. Yeah, of course they can. Yeah, okay. So okay, this is the thing that people need to understand about this is the bad trip is normally what leads to the good trip. And I'm not sitting there saying like it's really hard to explain because it's like the more you resist the bad trip, the more problems you're going to have in that situation. And that's the point, right? It's learning how to like when it's coming and I call it the little death, right? Right. And I don't mean like ego death, like ego dissolution. I mean I call it the little death, and I mean that's when shit's fucking real. You're having a bad time. You don't know what to do with yourself. Everything's feeling really not disoriented, but everything's feeling real fucked up. You don't know who you are right now. But it's like you have the little death, and you just like kind of like, okay, it's fine, just go with it. And then you go with it, and you're like, oh, okay, this is not so bad. No, alcohol is not psychedelic. Tobacco is used in psychedelic rituals. So some places they will smoke, some places will use hape or rape, depending on where you are. In Brazil, it's called hape. And that's basically tobacco that goes up your nose. In Ecuador, it's... Yeah, but alcohol changes you for the worse, to be honest with you. No, alcohol changes you for the worst. The worst. Whereas, like, when you take LSD, it's like almost like, it's like a catalyst. Not even LSD, but like, no, I mean, I don't want to say LSD, but maybe LSD is a bad example. Like, mushrooms are a better example. Because mushrooms don't have the same level of, like, LSD could be twisted. LSD could be evil, like really brutal. Whereas shrooms has like a sort of like a slightly gentler thing. It doesn't like, it feels more natural, it feels more pure in your body. So when you take it, it can get brutal, but it doesn't have the same, but when you have that brutal sense, it's like more in like an earthly feeling. Whereas with LSD, like the brutality comes and it's like, oh my God. So yeah. Whereas, yeah, alcohol is just a way of like making yourself a little bit more social. But but again, I want to stress this: if you want to do anything, it should be a deeply personal decision that you've thought about and you've worked up to and you've really considered. Especially like in regards to psychedelics. Like psychedelics are not a joke. They're not easy. They are incredibly difficult, and the chances are you're gonna have a bad trip. And if you don't know what that means, if you don't know how to understand the bad trip, you're going to have an even worse trip. So, yeah. When I... Do you guys want to know, like, what happened when I took like, when I took ayahuasca, like, the first time? Actually, I took it a few times. I've taken, like fucking 8 times at this point. Well, it depends. I didn't deal with myself at all. It's... Okay. It was crazy. Like, so basically, I went to a place in Ecuador, and it's like this. Do you guys know the Red Road? I mean, we have some Native Americans that probably know the Red Road, right? So the Red Road is like the agreement between North and South American shamans to create kind of like a not standardized, but like a mutual, like conjoining of the things. But anyway, so I went to this place on the Red Road, and it was like for ayahuasca. But the shaman was Brazilian, but he ended up giving me this big old cup of ayahuasca. Like it was it was like a coconut shell. And like when it first started, when it first started happening, like so you sit in this like ceremony and you go through all like the ritual to like get yourself like mentally prepared to go into this thing, right? And so we go through. Everyone starts taking their drink, and then it tastes horrible. But it is one of the worst tastes of all time. And then he asks us to stand up and starts beating on this drum, and I'm like, wow. And he starts singing, right? And I'm like, wow, he sounds really Hindu. It feels really Hindu, right? But basically, I went in, and the question I asked, because they say that when you do this thing, you should go in with a question, right? So the question I asked was, what is my place in the universe? Well, actually, no, I said, show me the universe and my place within it, right? And so, not an easy question, right? Fucking easy. So we stand up, we start doing this dancing. This girl behind me, she goes completely crazy. She starts screaming, like saying things like, "Get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off me!" She ended up having an experience where she gave birth to the universe. By the way, her trip ended with her giving birth to the universe for her. So that's the kind of thing that we're dealing with. So I go down. I'm on my little mat, and I'm like, okay, this kind of feels like MDMA. I know MDMA. MDMA's cool. Like, okay, so it's gonna be like that, is it? It's gonna be chill. So I lie down on the mat, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, what happens if I just close my eyes and just start meditating? And so, yeah, no, I'm not joking. And so I start closing my eyes, and I'm like letting myself, and I feel me start melding into the blanket. So I start like literally melting, and then like, oh, it's weird. And then I start seeing like these peacock feathers, like spread out in front of me. I'm like, okay, cool. And then behind the peacock feathers is a thing. There's a guy. He's fucking blue with multiple arms, right? And he's like weaving this fucking fabric in front of me. Like he's weaving this thing off to the side. Behind him are other ones. They're dancing. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, no, he's fucking blue, right? He was like a pattern. He was a geometric pattern, right? But he was like a person as a geometric pattern with multiple arms weaving this other pattern that was off to the side of him. I'm like, okay, that's pretty crazy. And he looks at me. He smiles. He's like, hey, do you want to join us? I said, no, not really. I'm good, thanks. So I open my eyes, and I look at the fire. Okay, I'm back here. This is good. I'm not there. And then all of a sudden, just like, I feel like I'm falling backwards again. Next thing I know, my eyes are closed. I'm like there again. And the guy's there, and he's like, you know, if you, it's Pachamama in Ecuador. And then, so he's there again. He's like, look, if you just give your breath, you can join us. And I said, no, I don't want to give my breath. I don't want to die, right? And so I try and come out again. I try and come out again. I start looking at the fire, and it starts pulling me back. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, no, I don't want to go. 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 And I'm sitting there crying, like literally crying on the floor, going, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I'm giving you like, and so, but then they just take me, like straight up. I'm gone, and I'm like, so the blue guy, he literally like grabs me, throws me into the pattern. He just throws me into it, starts weaving me into this fucking thing. And I lose all sense of everything. Just completely gone. I cease to exist as an individual. I just am this pattern. He did try to do it the nice way, and I was being fucking resistant, right? And so then it started like this whole process of me kind of like occasionally coming aware and then being forced back in. And I would come out. It's like almost like, you know, when you're like almost drowning. And it's like you're trying to come back up for air all the time. You're like, and you pull back in, right? It's like that, right? And I would be sitting there crying, and I'm like, look, I've already given you all of this. Like, I've already given all of you myself right now. Stop taking more from me. That's why I kept on like begging over and over. And I was like angry. I was so angry that people, that I convinced myself to do this, that these people were convincing me to do this, that I was going to be in this fucking pattern. How dare they take me to this thing? Like, I was so angry. So angry. And then just after time, like, I started to understand it. And I was like, okay. And it just like the anger started like melting away, and I started realizing, oh, I understand now. Like I was looking at all these people, all of the people around me, and like I'd watch like the helpers in the thing, and they would like pick up everyone's like vomit buckets. I mean, I vomited a lot, by the way. I was like holding onto my bucket for dear life at some points. Like, oh, please don't leave me. Like your bucket is your friend, because there's certain moments like, you know, when you're feeling all of it come up, like, and I mean all of it, like your whole essence and being comes out, and it's in this bucket, and you're just holding on to the bucket, like, please don't leave me. But then I started seeing all the people walking around and like taking all the vomit. I was like, wow, these people are good people. I could finally see like the beauty in it all. I was like, wow, these people are good people. And I could understand like, oh, so this is what they're doing. It's like, before I was like angry because I didn't understand what was happening. But now I understand what it's like to be in this situation. It's such a weird like psychological switch. No, it's not a nightmare. Hey man, you've come in at a really weird time, by the way. If you, because I became so happy, and I was sitting there and like, and then I completely lost myself again, right? And I'm like lying there, and as I come to, I can see like the memories of my life falling from the sky in like these like crystals. So you have like crystals coming down. It's like little shards of my memories. And I'd be like, oh, that's cool. And then I'm sitting there thinking, oh man, what is it like to live? What is living? Like what is like living? And then I start to piece it together. I'm like, is living, like, I've just been with my dad and we went sailing. It's like, is living going sailing with your dad? Is living like being in New Zealand? Is living doing all of these things? And then like I slowly came to, and I was like in this like fetal position, just on the floor. I couldn't move, and like I was like, I want to, and I was like watching all the people walk past me, and I kept on seeing all these people going off into to go to the toilet, essentially. But in my mind, I was like, these people are being taken from the darkness to the light. I was like, I want to be taken from the darkness to the light. I want to go there. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here. I want to go to the light. And so I waited and I waited and I waited for people to come and pick me up, like to take me. Now I was like, oh no, they don't take you, they only help you. You have to do it yourself. So like I had to like stand up and say, like, I want to go. And just going to the toilet was like the biggest psychological break I've ever had in my life. Because it's like I understood what it meant to like ask for help and what that represents and like all of the things that come with it. You know, people won't take you, they won't see you unless you do a little bit yourself. It's a really important moment. So, and then from that moment on, I was like the happiest person ever. And I'm just like looking around and I'm seeing all these people and they're just like, you know, and I'm seeing people throw up and I'm like, oh yeah, I was just there, you know, like, oh man, I remember that. That was crazy. And I just like, it really changed my perspective on a lot of things. I was like, I just want to help people now. I want to take people to the light. I want to help people get to the light, you know? That was what the realization that I came to. I didn't want to live in darkness anymore. I didn't want to hold on to these things that were chaining me to the anger and the frustration. I don't want to be chained to that anymore. I want to like actually be bright. It's very confusing. I would say but it's a deeply personal decision, and it should be done with intense reverence and respect. You know, it's because it is challenging, and it is a process. It's not just something that you just like fucking do and it just works. Like I worked like I was putting, I guess I could say I was putting in the groundwork for like 10 years beforehand, because I was in my mind I was always working up to do ayahuasca. Yeah, I mean, some people get it from different things, you know. But it's, you know, everyone has like a different way of like discovering spirituality. My dad said, "Nothing that gets understood deserves nothing." I say that you get what you deserve. Drugs are an open door. I mean, yeah, I'm a loser. All right, brother. If that's what you think, cool. Hey man, he's entitled to his opinion. I don't really fucking give a shit if he thinks that. He's just full of hate, isn't he? I get it. You know, your opinion of me is irrelevant. Like, if you want to call me a loser, that's fine. I don't particularly take offense. Everyone has their own interpretation of other people. I am me, unfortunately. Oh, thank you, man. And thank you for dropping by. That's alright, man. No worries. We're, you know, sometimes you just like feel like you want to let out a little bit of frustration, don't you? And you know, it's easy. It is what it is. If you want to, like, it's okay. But thank you for apologizing. No, let's not call him a loser, please. There's no like, there's no reason to. There is no reason to do that. There's just no reason to take out our frustrations on other people. You know? Yeah, exactly. And he apologized. That's all we can ever ask for in people. Sometimes they realize they make a mistake. They realize that the person that they were talking to wasn't the person they expected. It happens. That's why, but you know, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I understand this. I accept this. It's okay. People are entitled to their opinions of me. I don't mind. No, it's like, look, it's just, there's no point in worrying about it. Like, I understand your concern, but just don't worry about it. If it, yeah. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Because it's it's, you know, like, I don't want to be here and please everyone. I know I will never be able to do that. I know that what I do, I know that when they do I play horror games? Not really. I like, the closest to a horror game I've gotten to is, I used to play Alien when I was a kid, but I was, yeah. Yeah, very cool experience. I don't know that. Hallucinogens are probably a powerful way to come to self-understanding through your psyche. Oh yeah, and I mean, like, the thing is, it's like we need to remember that psychedelics are not the only way to do it as well. Like, you can achieve these results without it. Like, it's not as if you can't, but everyone has different ways of doing it. It's just up to them how they do it. I don't need praise. I don't need prayer, man. All I need is for people to just be, you know, happy. Like, you know, or like not to suffer that much. All right, let's call it with a glazing, all right, guys, please. I don't need that. What do I difference between do I feel between the experience of vivid dreams and psychedelics? Oh, it depends on the situation. I would sit there and say the psychedelics definitely feel more real, and I always forget my dreams. I do have some crazy dreams sometimes. Do I think that Edward and Jacob are creeps? Absolutely, especially Edward. Oh no, they're both fucking so creepy, man. Oh god. I can't meditate. No, I would love to. I would love to be able to meditate. I do sometimes a little bit. Like I'll like lay down in the mornings and I'll just have my eyes closed and I'll just like wait until I'm ready to wake up. It kind of gets me more in the mood. I can mix the powdered sugar. Someone else spread the glaze. Yeah. You ever? Is it ethical to pray for someone without their consent? I mean, it's not unethical. You know, it's just what it. If you want to pray for me, sure, go for it. Why not? I concede. But I would rather you pray for someone else that needs it. If you truly believe that it has power to help people, do it for people that actually need it. I don't need it. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm chill. I'm having a good time. I don't need the prayers. There are people in this world that do. They do need people that want to take care of them. There are people that need that. So, it's a cat. That's Tay-Tay. She's chilling. He's probably just hella ugly, brother. I'm glad. You know, everyone deserves to be congratulated for having a good time, like, you know, for winning their games. I would love to, but it just ended up becoming it's always just fucking Mario music because of things. You know, I'll try and find some music. Oh god, it's late though. It's late. How could I do this without it completely agree? I want to speak loud. Like if I had anything, it'd be fucking lo-fi, but lo-fi is always a fucking mixed bag. I don't. This is even more chill, right? This is way too chill. That's way too happy. I never know how to fucking pick music. By the way, it's awful. No, it's alright. Tay-Tay in the house. It's Tete. It's short for Theodora. Mort Dog worked for Mario vs. Donkey Kong before TFT? Hell yeah, brother. Oh, what fictional characters do you think you have more of a moral code? Dexter Morgan or Walter White? Oh, that's a good question. I think maybe Dexter. I think Walter's too ego-driven to be technically a moral code. Because everything is a justification to fulfill his own ego, whereas Dexter is basically a psychopath that wants an outlet to do his psychopathy in a way that isn't completely terrible. So, I would say Dexter. No, it's so great. Like, yeah. Donkey Kong, quite... Yeah, but I mean, like, the fucking... Donkey Kong's everywhere. Half of it is mid when it pops it goes hard. What fictional... Oh, yeah, with that. I feel like I should go to bed, but I don't want to miss out. There's nothing to miss out on. Dexter is the most moral serial killer. Yeah, it's true. I was 7 seconds behind for... Oh, okay. Have you heard of Oak Bomb Opus? I have not. I don't even know how to say that. Very confusing. Tay-Tay is so cute. I don't know if I got a name right, but she's a cutie. Would you do chill TFT and chat stream sometime? I mean, I like playing TFT, but it's like I take it so seriously sometimes. I get very... I try to avoid TFT so much. Hey, congratulations on your 14th birthday. So I try to avoid TFT because it is very stressful. Yeah, I was into it competitively. So like the reason why my channel is called Nomsy is because I got to... Oh, good night. Sleep well. So in set 7 I hit top 100 in EU. So it kind of was like, oh... Like, originally the channel was called Nomsy Diff, because it was, like, to do with, like, Nomsy. So yeah, it was like a Nomsy diff because it was always like because basically what I discovered in that moment was do I support vigilantism? It all depends. It's a fucking that's a very difficult. Have I tried? Wait, I was there. Have I tried Marvel Rivals? I tried, but my computer doesn't like it. Yeah, I've done Shrek from Lord Farquaad's perspective, but in terms of vigilantism, it's such a mixed bag, you know, because there are so many ways it can go wrong. I mean, it's and it depends what limit you go to as well. I think I have a real disagreement with taking life in any capacity. Oh my god, that's too loud. That's way too. At least I'm warmed up into. Because I don't think because when you go down into like vigilantism as well, you can end up in a situation where you think that you are the moral arbiter of the world. And then when that happens, it's a slippery slope because you think you can do more. And then you end up in a situation where you think you are more just or more righteous than other people. And that is not necessarily a good thing. I think when it comes to like morality, it should be a collective thing, not an individual thing. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of situations where vigilantism is okay, but it's. I don't think best moral decisions are always made by collectives. Absolutely not. Like that is a sweeping generalization. I would say that you know groups can make really fundamentally stupid decisions. That just happens. They have just as much propensity. Like they have a propensity to do that just as much. But it's just the fact that by doing it as a collective, you're able to have more like ways to vary, like you have more variables to work with. Whereas if you're just working from only your perspective, it's hard to know if what you're doing is actually true because you might not have all of the information available. That's why like trials are so important. It's because it's about extracting information to be able to create a fair judgment call. I never support vigilantism. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, you always hear stories about like how a guy gets arrested for killing like his daughter's rapist or something, and then they get off largely scot-free. It's it's kind of fine. Like, I mean, like that's a situation where it's reasonably okay in a way. It's still morally grey, but yeah. Two people got together. I wouldn't say you're a stupid decision, Ozzy. I think that's an awful thing to say. The only person that's allowed to say that is me. Because there's only one person that got together. My dad didn't want it. There was only one decision that was made. I don't think all social groups make a good decision. It depends how you define making a decision. As I said, individuals can play important roles in shaping group decisions. Oh, it's alright, man. No, it's not that big of a deal. I didn't get to choose my life, did I? So, don't worry about it. Oh, wait, I didn't see that. Sorry, Michael. Have I watched Psycho Pass? I have not, sorry. What? What am I witnessing? What am I witnessing? 11 I love the idea of 11. Psychopath Season 1 is slow to start, but it's pretty good. Hell yeah. Have I ever played? No. Look, I'm going to be real with you. If you ask me a question, have you ever played, and it's not followed by either League of Legends or TFT, the answer is most likely going to be no. I'm sorry. I'm so boring. It has the morality is decided by the masses. I used to. I don't play it as much anymore. I'm trying to separate myself from it. I think I don't believe in objective morality. I think objective morality. Again, I don't believe in objective meaning either. So, it's very. So I think morality has to be decided by a collective for it to be good, because yeah. Harder than your philosophy degree. That's because you're trying to move things in a way that doesn't make sense. I like to think that life is like real life. Is like a real life game. I have this objective bar in the right corner, a thumbpad for control, E to interact whenever I'm doing things. I mean, if that gets you through the day, brother, man, just do. If you can get through the day doing that, and it makes it slightly more enjoyable or less suffering, then fuck yeah, more power to you. Tried League of Legends 3 years of my life. Yeah, fucking 8, 10 of mine, bro. Almost into shipping. In what context, shipping? Like. Hmm? I don't know the context of shipping. Sorry. Have I ever played Magic the Gathering? No. Counting is the one with the letters. Hell yeah. Oh, fanfic between characters. Oh, okay. Where did I get the idea for blank is hilarious? Oh, so I got the idea from blank is hilarious. I have no idea. I mean, the idea is hilarious. Is obviously inspired by Mugiwara no Goofy, but to like separate myself, I just did it from the perspective of is hilarious. So it's just a way of like differentiating myself from him, so that way it wasn't just a, that way people knew it was different. I don't know character shipping, to be honest with you, bro. But I mean, technically my channel is like fanfic, right? But I don't really see myself as a fanfic writer. Yeah, the whole perspective is really innovative. Nobody else is doing it. I mean, Mugiwara no Goofy's done it. I got it, like the idea from him. He just sat on One Piece, and I saw a corner in the market that I could go to, and that I knew would be good that no one else had done. So I just saw an opportunity. That's it. Do you think you should do Shutter Island, but from the psycho? That would be fun, actually. I still don't understand Shutter Island, to be honest with you. Your Chan mental? What? Okay. My mental's actually fucking weak, though. Not like if it's like comes to like criticism, obviously you're a loser, like that's fine. But I get yeah, go look at Mugiwara no Goofy, 100%. He's awesome. He's a sick creator. He does really good videos as well. He's so funny. But was it from a perspective when he didn't know? That's what I mean. He just did like One Piece is hilarious. So it'd be like Marineford is hilarious, or blah 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 is hilarious, right? Whereas I added from Blank's perspective is hilarious. And then I also changed that to like sometimes like surprisingly tragic, or tragically hilarious, or whatever, some other fucking thing. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely fucking insane, brother. I'm not. There's no hiding that one. I am absolutely mental, like actual crazy. Like this song is very annoying. Is there a film you definitely wouldn't do a villain perspective on? Probably not. If the idea is good, I'd probably do anything. Life from Nomsy's perspective is crazy. Yeah. I mean, if you're not having a crazy life, are you even living? Who would win in a fight, Goku or Superman? I don't know. Whoever's the more parody would win. Probably. I think Superman would win initially, then Goku would die, come back again, and then kick Superman's ass completely. For Dragon Ball from Shenron, yeah, I get Frieza a lot. They would fuse. Next question. Yeah, probably they would fuse, wouldn't they? Go Cooper man. Hello, Hashicast. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, welcome. You've just discovered me and now you're here for a stream. That's crazy, brother. He's more based on inside life and gourmet on the outside. Yeah. This is now Keith. I love how you use that. Oh man, I'm like 70% sarcasm. I found you when you did your first TFT videos. Yeah, man. I mean, like, I'm not even. I can't even put into words. Oh, hello, mate. How's it going? British sarcasm in it. Do you comedy street? This is a relatively rare occurrence. It's like it's maybe once every couple of weeks, once a month probably. But yeah, I mean, like, if I went back like a year ago, I mean, maybe not a year ago, like over a year ago. So if I went back to maybe September last year, realistically, I was just thinking about doing the Arcane videos. I had no idea what was going to happen, right? And like I was doing TFT, and like the TFT was fine, but it was tough. I was like doing like a video every 2 days. It was exhausting. And then, you know, I had the idea of this, and I did like a little test with like Clagger, and it did really well. And I was like, okay, it's done amazing. So I should continue this. And I did a couple more, and it's like, oh, this is not so good. But then I did Lord of the Rings, and then it did really, really well. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, let's do this. And that's it. I had no idea. I was expecting to be at like 10,000 subscribers at this point in my life. Like we were me, Piobs, and Alan. We were talking about next September, like this September that just gone. I was going to be like 10,000 subscribers, and we were so hyped for it. Yeah, that didn't. That lasted about a week after I started changing the thing. Hello, Ozzy. Yeah, welcome back, man. If your horror movie villains were tried for crimes in the real world, what sentences would they get? Oh my god, I have no fucking idea. Jigsaw would 100% get like 200 years, I'm pretty sure. Death would probably get a few million. That's alright, man. You're here. I mean, you don't have to follow all of the videos every single week. You just come in whenever you want to, when it's interesting. That's how this content works. Dolores Umbridge is interesting, but I'm avoiding Harry Potter. Yeah, I mean, it's quite shocking for what happened. Like, it literally just, it was like this. It's just like, oh, shit. You know, like, I think I hit monetization in June last year, July last year or something. Because, there's a lot of strong opinions in Harry Potter. Yeah, I mean, that's what I do with One Piece, right? I'll every maybe year or two, I'll go back and binge all of the manga to catch up, especially when good shit starts happening again. Just wait for the good shit to start happening. Once Reddit starts popping off, then I'm like, okay, let's go back then. But yeah, in terms of Harry Potter, it's because like the fan base either way is very strong, and like I just don't want to bring that level of negativity into it anymore. Especially when it's just not necessary. And also the Harry Potter videos do really badly as well. So it's like I open myself up to a lot of like negativity for realistically not that much. There's just so many more things that I can do that do a lot better and also are a lot more interesting and a lot more fun. Hey man, I'm one of those people that can't separate art from the artist, purely because I think that if you are in a situation where you are a public figure, you are technically held to a higher standard. Right. Hello, Tay. Wee. Hey, you want me to go to bed, don't you? You're like, why are you not in bed? She's like, why? Well, who's my favorite YouTuber? It depends on the day. But I really like philosophy channels and stuff. Um, anyway, we're gonna go down like the thing about fucking yeah. So like I will never listen to things like Michael Jackson or Lost Prophets anymore because like I think they put themselves in. Well, I mean, Lost Prophets, the guy was not even in a situation. But you know, it's just that I don't want people to think that when they are famous, they can just do whatever the fuck they want. Like, I don't think, you know, I don't think it should be like, oh, they're famous, they can get away with it. You know? I'm not saying nothing happened to Michael Jackson, but he put himself in a position where he could be interpreted as a pedophile. Like, even just putting yourself in that position is inherently very suspect. Kurotsuchi Mayuri from Breach. I would lose if someone could actually emulate his thought process. I think you find things that won't make you. I mean, I can 100% rationalize his thought process. Like it's not even difficult. He's just a pragmatist. Straight up, he's just a pragmatist. He only ever thinks, right? And he's always looking for a way of like. He's always looking for an out and a way of leveraging a situation. It's like the way that he thinks about the world is just cold. And it becomes just a matter of like mathematics. What is the desired output? How can I achieve it? It's just so it's like almost like utilitarian, I guess, in a different way. Is that how you can apply things pragmatically? Like it's the objective of pragmatism is like to do things with intent, with purpose. But yeah. So it's like he's just got a cold outlook on life. It just becomes balancing an equation. Okay, I need this output. How can I achieve that? Okay, I do that then. That's it. It's actually rather simple. It's a calculus. You know, like, if you can't understand what sort of philosophy YouTube content would you want to watch on YouTube that currently isn't out there? If I was to do it, I'd do it myself, brother. I mean, I'm currently working through my idea of yeah, I will do, but I do it in a different way. I'm currently working through my idea in suffering, and like what it actually means and why it means, and how it is the through line that connects all religions, and that I wouldn't say that it's necessarily that I believe, but rather that from a religious standpoint, if God does exist, then suffering is the mechanism of which we achieve enlightenment, or at least one of the mechanisms. If you don't know how to suffer, you won't achieve enlightenment, is what I mean to say. So you need to learn how to suffer, essentially. You need to build a relationship with suffering, and then that's the mechanism of which you can achieve enlightenment. Did you ever do a reaction channel? Probably not. No, existence is not pain. Pain is not existence. What I mean is like existence is a spectrum of all things, right? It's like a, you know, everyone likes to think of it as like this, like, you know, you think about like Buddhism, you have like the binary yin and yang, but it's not. It's like a spectrum, and like you have all of the things that are like negative, which, and then the yin and yang is like the more solidified thing. But if you break it down, it has like chunks. Everything is like refracted into chunks, right? And so suffering is like all the bad stuff. And also like the Buddhists, they think of suffering as like dukkha, right? Which is the which is almost like the idea of like the expectation of not being in pain versus the reality of being in pain. Yeah, but it's how you approach the pain. And pain is an inevitability of this world, like, so long as you choose to essentially live in this world, right? You are going to lose loved ones, you are going to get diseases, you are going to die. You will suffer at some point in time, right? And I'm not saying the same we should go out and make other people suffer as like some kind of moral thing. But what I'm saying is like we suffer enough, and it's about how you build your relationship with the suffering that dictates. Oh my God. Well, thank you for that. You didn't need to do that. So no, that just completely broke. No, it's not just about pain. It's like, so in Buddhism they talk about dukkha, and that actually is more to do with like how your ego attaches itself to pain. So it's like, I didn't want to be in pain today, but now I'm in pain, so I'm upset about the pain that I'm in. Whereas what I'm saying is like, you need to build a relationship with understanding that you're going to have difficult times. And then that's when you start to realize what empathy is. Like, you know, when you suffer and you feel with pain, when you see someone else in suffering and pain, you learn to help them. You want to go and make them feel better about themselves, right? And that's just like raw empathy. And that is just a way that we end up like breaking down our egos and actually stop being fucking assholes to each other. It's like when you see like people that have gone through fucking wars, it like either breaks them or it makes them into like the nicest person that you'll ever meet. Like, too much suffering, you know, is the thing. But yeah, okay, love is stronger than light. That's the other thing. It's not to sit there and say that. What I'm saying is that we shouldn't have light in our lives either. What I'm saying is that you need to build a relationship with all aspects of your life. And what we do is we end up only focusing on the positive elements of our lives rather than all of the aspects. It's basically Jungian, right? Like Carl Jung, like his philosophy on the shadow self. But where, you know, he thinks of it as more of like an obstacle to overcome, I think of it as a thing to integrate. So what I mean is like you should learn to carry your pain and your suffering and integrate it into your life and accept that as you. And like the part that you are. And that's when we start getting into like real empathy and compassion for other people. To understand that other people also feel these painful things. But anyway, yeah. So, and then, the idea is then that my overarching point is that, I mean, this says in the Bible that Jesus died for our sins, but I actually think that Jesus, if he did exist and this is what he did, then it was a way to show us what it takes to actually enlighten and ascend, which is to suffer and still love everything that is around you. And it's that mentality, to still be able to love while you are going through the worst torment of your life. Anyway, I'm gonna go back and look. Oh. No, it's okay. Like, thank you. But yeah, don't know. I mean, just I don't really expect people to donate money to me. I'd rather people put the money, like, because I get enough from AdSense. Go and donate money to people that need it. I don't need it, but thank you. Like, yeah. If you ever think that you need to do something for me, just take that idea and find someone else that actually needs that thing and do it for them instead. I think that's a much healthier way of doing things because I'm fine, I'm happy, I'm good. What happens when a person doesn't take responsibility throughout their life? That's the point. You need to build a relationship with all these things, and you can only be like you need to learn how to respect things, responsibility, respect, and relationship. Respect yourself, respect other people, respect life. But you can only do that if you build a relationship with everything, and that just means also the dark things that you do. The fact that you're going to make mistakes, the fact that you're going to hurt yourself, the fact that you're going to hurt other people. You take responsibility for those, and you build a relationship with that fact. Oh, okay, no worries, man. Yeah, I know, but thank you. I just it's I know, but I mean, I would like I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you, but I just want yeah, I don't know. I'm okay. Like yeah, just I don't know. I don't need generosity really. I'm happy that people are just here enjoying their time, and for some reason they're interacting with me. Yeah. So my hobbies are like skating, most yeah, gym. I like to write. Um, sometimes if I had a guitar, I'd probably play that on occasion too. I don't know. I did a lot of random stuff. So, unfortunately, like being in Brazil, my Portuguese is not as good as it could be for me to go out and interact with people easily. So I get very nervous. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, yeah, I've been in a fight, but when I was a kid, I try not to get into fights any days anymore because it doesn't really solve any problems. Yeah. I mean, it's like if you have to resort to physical violence, it's a breakdown of diplomacy. I mean, it's not to sit there and say things shouldn't devolve into violence in occasion. It's just that it should be the last resort. So, if I needed to, I could fight my way. Well, I say I could. I'll try and fight my way out of a corner. Yeah, go for it, man. If you ever have any deep questions, just go for it. So, yeah, I'm a relatively open book. I'm waiting for the question though. I'm excited. Actually, the Animal Crossing music is actually perfect, isn't it? Holy shit. That's what I was missing. No, come on, man. I'm waiting. Come on, T200. Hmm. Man, I'm thinking a little bit out of my depth on that one. I'm a little bit out of my depth on that one. I mean, if the other person is trying to kill you, and you'll have a decision to either kill them or die, I think that's probably a pretty good reason to kill somebody. Other than that, I mean, that's not to sit there and say that the death penalty is not necessarily a bad idea. It's a slippery slope, isn't it? If you can justify one thing, you can justify all of them. Day. Yeah. Basically, you can always morally justify defense, but you can never morally justify being the antagonist. I think usually most criminals have problems that need rehabilitation and help. It depends. Some people are just cooked. So some people are just cooked, and that's just the reality of the situation. And some people want to be cooked as well. That's the scary bit. Some people want to be cooked. They want to watch the world burn. That's when it gets into like a real scary situation. Because I mean, you can like literally you can twist anything. Am I more of a night person or a morning person? I am definitely a morning person. But here I am, nearly 12 o'clock at night. But actually, no. Actually, I'm a nothing person. My sleeping is whenever I sleep. to be honest with you. I don't have any reason to be up. I can adapt my sleeping pattern based on my needs, but I prefer to be asleep in the night because the light is harder for me to deal with. In those cases, though, them putting them in a close community to prevent them from doing bad things is preferable to end their lives. It depends, right? Is sequestering a human being because they've done bad shit really like the moral outcome? Like, most people say that's actually crueler than just killing them straight up. So, who knows? What a successful mechanism of harm prevention? I'm well out of my depth on that one. Straight up, I have no fucking idea. Yeah. I mean, I normally get up at maybe, it depends on the day. Like before I was getting up at like maybe 5:36. I was getting like, and then slowly going a little bit further out because I started taking my medication a bit later. Do I like the 6-7 meme? I don't fucking understand the meme, man. I'm too old. I have no fucking idea. I am the lightest sleeper in history, by the way. I cannot sleep. I've got no fucking idea. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna even pretend that I know what's going on. Whatever, man. We've had fucking crazy memes when we were kids, didn't we? Jesus. Like, you think about it. What my generation had, like Candy Mountain Charlie. Like we had that. Like, I can't sit there and say, oh, 6-7. We had salad fingers. Like, come on. Well, did we not do this already? I mean, I probably gave away my age right there. Yeah, I said it earlier in the screen. Yeah, 32. I was, unfortunately, I've always looked a lot younger than I am. No, fortunately. Okay. But I'm starting to look a bit older these days. The pop quiz of Nomsy law. Oh no. Facial hair helps? Yeah, if I shaved, it's hilarious. No, it's my main job. I mean, I'm not... Both your buddies? I thought you were younger than me. Unfortunately, man. I'm January the 3rd. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, it is my job. And to be honest, if it was a hobby, I would probably do something that wasn't movies. Elsa Gate? Oh God, what's going on? Another. Wait, what's the Elsa Gate content thing? Oh no, is there more drama? Interesting. Apparently it's something to do with child content. No, I'm not going to do drama videos. That's... No. Absolutely not. So... no, I'm good. So, okay, like... I'll give you some brass tacks, like... If I was living in America, it would be difficult for me to survive as this being my sole income. But because I live in Brazil, it's okay. I can definitely... It's comfortable. But if I was in America or England, it wouldn't be comfortable. I wouldn't even have close to the same quality of life. I could probably just about squeak out full-time YouTube if I was there, but it would be tough. That's not wild at all. I mean, it's like, you know, people will look at like 100,000 subscribers or whatever, but it's actually like it's decent money, but it's not like so much, you know. Like I'm not like making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I mean, when I grew up, it was like Smosh, wasn't it? Yeah, it's because it's just, you know, being in a third world country, it's just everything's cheaper. I mean, when I was a kid, like what Smosh was doing their food battles 2009 or 2008. I still remember that. My God. I wouldn't say that I was. Wait, was my content slop? Missy, did you just say that my content is slop? Because I am certainly not a fucking genius. Japan has a pretty good. No, Japan has the definition of stagflation for the last like 30 years. They just managed to not. They just kept it stable. Overall, do you think the internet has created more harm than good? It's impossible to quantify. Because it's like the negative consequences of the internet is like the negative consequences of the internet is largely outweighed because it's such a useful tool. Like if we didn't have the internet, we wouldn't be able to do this. Yeah, but when you say, oh, okay. No, it's I mean, I think I would have a strategy if I really wanted to improve my reach. Like, because you have to understand, I hamstring myself in a weird way. Like, it's an interesting dichotomy because there are ways that I can do content that would have a much higher cap, like a much higher cap. And there's a way of structuring my content that I could do that, but it's more risky. Like there's a higher cap, but there's a lower floor. Whereas with my perspective videos, there's always like a, you know, almost like a guarantee. So, yeah, take it easy, Confetti. Have a good one, mate. I'm gonna make a Nomsy Law to Sleep 2 channel one day. What? So. No, it's not just about making popular content. It's just having ideas that are interesting. So the problem with the perspective channel, like this perspective stuff, is the fact that the ideas are inherently, like after a while, the idea is like progressively less interesting. Like I mean, for some people, it's like a source of comfort, right? And that's great. People love that shit. But you know, even with like Ryan George, that was used as an example earlier. But if you notice, Ryan George doesn't actually do every single week just pitch meetings. He will do pitch meetings and then he'll do one of his skits and then he'll do like another thing and then he will do another pitch meeting. Right? He had a way of like keeping the content staggered so that way audience burnout wasn't so high. So each time it was like a different element. And then that way people would come back, go da 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 da. And then that's a way of like not filtering, but like increasing longevity in content styles. Like when you like kind of cue them. So that's what I'm gonna do next year. I'm gonna start doing different things, have the perspective running in the background because I've got enough of a catalog of the perspective videos that will keep me going. And then I will do other things on top. Not that I'm gonna go and sell out and do bullshit, but what I mean is I'm gonna do other things. Yeah, exactly. Like 1 week in between things is just not. It's not long enough. Have I ever watched bootleg rip-off movies as a kid? Yes, all the fucking time. Yeah, I mean, everyone. I think a lot of people that are chronically online do. I think the first one I'm going to do is why cars and adolescents have the same message. And actually doing these streams makes me feel a little bit more encouraged about doing that video. Because I think it's a very interesting video. No, I'm not going to do perspective videos. Well, I'm going to do... Basically, the perspective videos will go down to once every 2 weeks. I mean, this is essentially what we're doing right now, isn't it? So... And this is basically a 3-hour podcast at this point. Oh my god, I've been doing this for 6 hours. I've been here 6 hours. I've been talking to chat for 6 hours. That's crazy, no? Oh. Like literally just talking like this for 6 hours. By the way, this is what's happened for 6 hours. Yeah, it's been chill. Crazy though. Big time streamer, no. No, it's just fun. I'm not doing this like seriously. I mean, you guys might get an advert here and there, but that's just fucking YouTube. Will I ever do a 24-hour stream? Fuck, I could do a 24-hour stream right now if I wanted to. Good night, Aaron. Have a good one, mate. I hope you enjoyed your time here. And yeah, make sure you take it easy. Yeah, I guess so. But I'm going to be honest with you, brother. Like, I don't have many friends to talk to. Yeah, I think you're right. I couldn't do this for 24 fucking hours. I've got to be. I could not. My throat is already hurting. Like my voice is straining. I'm gonna get like fucking laryngitis if I'm not careful. Are we not all hanging out on chat? Yeah, I'm hanging out on chat. No. Yeah, well, my accent is like the middle ground between an Essex and a London accent. Yeah. I don't think my streams will ever do enormous numbers. To be honest with you, I think people will come in and come and go, but I don't think it will ever be a point where I'm doing like thousands because it's just I have no idea how to do that. I don't want to either. It's way too much pressure, right? So like this is just more of like a hobby. Yeah, like the streaming thing is more of a hobby to me than the making the videos. This is just for funsies. Man, because I just want to just sit down and chat, I guess. Maybe play some games, maybe. But like other times, not now, obviously. But yeah, play some games, have some fun. Because, you know. I will never not be me. I am, my identity is pretty solidified at this point. I actually ended up buying Expedition 33 today, and that was the game. I was going to play Expedition 33 on stream, right? And then we ended up just not. I'm glad, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So now I feel like I wasted my money buying Expedition 33. Whoopsies. It's alright. I'll probably play it off stream or something. What, Expedition 33? It's like a turn-based strategy game kind of thing. It's set in France. It's about like there's like a ritual that kills people when they turn a certain age, and it's dictated every year. So expedition, like they go on an expedition or something. So the people at like 34, 33, they have to go on this expedition or something like that. And then it's about a guy trying to prevent it or something. Or like a team of people, a group of people trying to stop it. Oh yeah. But anyway, yeah. Go. Yeah, no, that's what I thought. It was such a fun. No, I've got not 1 year, brother. I've got like 2 months, 2.5 months. I'm 33 in 2.5 months. Crazy. Crazy, man. Time goes by so fast sometimes. Just wake up one day and you're just like, wow. Wow. What happened? I mean, you know, I've had a good life, man. I've had a fantastic life. There is, like, I would go back and do things a different way if I could. No, you don't need to hype. It's fine. If I could go back and do things a different way, I would, but that doesn't mean I don't love my life and what I've done. Like, my life has been amazing. By all metrics. I'm very happy with where I've been and where I've gone. And where I'm going. But I think I always knew. In a weird way, I think I always knew. I just had to stop sabotaging myself. You know? Like, I sabotaged myself a lot growing up. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Now, that's the way you can help the channel. Definitely not donating to me. Yeah, I mean, it took a lot to get here. But I'm not going to sit there and say, like, my life has always been amazing. Like, my life has had a lot of difficulties. You know, when I was traveling, I was homeless, essentially. I was sleeping on beaches, sleeping under bridges, finding people to share fucking houses with. Like, it was crazy. It was stressful. You know? Like, I don't talk to my mother. Me and my mother, we have no relationship. That's not good. By all metrics. But what I mean is, like, all of the situations that happened in my life allowed me to experience and do things that would otherwise have been something I wouldn't have done. And I cannot not appreciate the things that I've done. It's come with a lot of pain, you know, like, I don't really have a family. But that's okay. That's the trade that I made. It's like things that I have to just accept. I can't change it. I can't do anything about it. I have to just accept that reality. So, yeah. Hi, Alone. Yeah. No, but not just accept it. I embrace it. There's nothing to be sorry about, man. That's life. I just embraced it. It's okay. It's just what happens. I don't have a relationship with my mother, but she's the perfect mother. She was exactly who I needed for me to become the person that I am today. If I had a different mother, I wouldn't be this person. If I wasn't this person, it would be different. But I am who I am, and I love who I am. In a weird way. Not in like an arrogant way, but you know what I mean? So I have to just appreciate the things that I've gone through so I can accept the person that I am today. And I wouldn't say that I'm like a good guy, but I appreciate what I am and who I am. Does that make sense? So, yeah. And I think that's the duality. Yeah. That's the duality. I guess. Is it duality? I want to call it the spectrum. Yeah. It just happens, doesn't it? But if you like who you are, like, and if you like who you are and you respect who you are and you appreciate who you are, then everything that's happened is what you needed to happen for that to happen. Sometimes it's the hardest. It makes us who we are. Me and Mama are also not talking to each other mainly because I chose to for no reasons to get into. I'm glad that you see the life you do. Yeah, man. I mean, I would love to be able to have like a relationship with my mum, but she's a fucking asshole. Like, she's just not. I mean, I say fucking asshole. Like, maybe that's a bit harsh. But what I mean is like, her way of interacting with the world is not what I want to be around. The way that she sees the world, I don't like. So I don't want to bring that into my life. Well, I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I definitely don't choose my patients anyway. Sorry, brother. Yeah. This is what I was saying about earlier. You don't always get to choose. And the things that you can't control, you accept. And you don't fight it, you just embrace it. That was my like whole overarching point earlier. You pick and choose the battles that you can actually win. So. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I think that is time for me to experience bed. So thank you guys for coming. I deeply appreciate everyone being here. And have a good night, guys. See you on the next one. I don't know when it will be, but yeah. Oh, yeah, Mike makes right. So my mum says he's a bully and I've lost patience, but it's not a war of struggle. I don't like Mike makes right. Oh, I think Mike makes right is just a horrible statement. It's like that's not even a justification for any form of morality. That's just like trying to excuse you being a. Oof. Oof. I don't like that. Like I tried staying with my mum and talking to her, but I feel like I've done what I could, and now I'm just hoping that she finds herself in these. Yeah, that's a healthy thing that you need to accept. Like you don't, your parents just are children as well. They just need time, and hopefully they get it, and hopefully, but they probably, well, maybe they don't. But yeah. I mean, if she says might makes right, I'm sorry to say this, but maybe you should show her some might. No, I'm not going to endorse that. Don't do that. That's a silly idea. You just end up in trouble. Life goes on. That is the inevitable truth. And do you know what else? But there is one thing that does not go on, and that is the stream. Yeah, you don't know what she might do. That's the problem. So be safe. Be smart. Always be smart. Always think about what you're going to do. Don't make any stupid, reckless decisions. Think about things and find a way to outsmart it. If you can't outsmart. Anyway, I don't want to give bad advice because I feel bad if bad shit happens. So just be smart, please. Don't listen to me. No, don't listen to my life lessons. I'm a terrible thing to listen to because I'll give you bad advice. So just be smart, okay? Think about what. Yeah. Oh no, I feel so bad now. Okay, Michael, please don't fight your mum. Because yeah, like she could do like yeah, just be smart about it, alright? Like don't listen to me. Anyway. Good night, guys.